What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Every day my microphone gets further and further away from me. The hell over here. Oh, man. You dirty bastards. Let me see if I can pull myself together for this. The Tuesday program. Welcome to the show. What the hell you got going on today, Cubby?
Did you say the Tuesday program?
Yeah, I think so. Am I close?
Up until 20 minutes ago, that was news to me.
Oh, really? One of those days?
I was talking to Ashley about some Wednesday things and realized, wait a minute, today's not Wednesday. That's the worst.
That is the worst.
Absolute worst.
Ah.
Tuesdays suck.
I hate Tuesdays.
Do you really?
They're just
Sometimes you think Tuesday is Wednesday, like in my case.
throw the day away.
Uh-huh.
I was excited because tomorrow's the day you shoot a television commercial, Dana.
It's true.
And I can't wait to see this thing.
I can't either. It's gonna be something.
You brought it up not too long ago. You're going to be shooting that Standard Heating and Air commercial.
Yeah, for Standard Heating and Air, they're coming over to the house. I thought they would just, send a guy with a cell phone to shoot some stuff. I guess it's like a whole production crew from Care 11 that's coming over.
Oh,
Sweet.
my nerves would be through the roof.
Yeah, I'd be thrown up.
Did you think about doing like a cribs thing where you rent out a nicer house?
I really should have thought of doing that, yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Uh-huh. That would have been the smart idea. Like, oh, man, he lives in squalor.
You lucky bastard.
You're shooting a TV ad tomorrow for who again?
Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Have you been given a rough idea as to how long this process might be?
No, they didn't really say how long it was going to take, but I guess the Standard people are getting there at 1. The Care 11 people are getting there at about like 12:30 to kind of set up. I guess there's lighting involved and camera angles and whatnot, so we'll see.
I kind of hope it takes like 12 hours.
I have a feeling it's going to. I worked a couple overnights when I was on the force, asset protection for Target, and those commercial shoots took forever.
Did they really?
Oh, it took forever. So I'd imagine, and do you think you're going to get through your lines?
I don't know. We'll see. They're not all that complicated. That's the good news. I got the script, and the lines are fairly simple, just little things. So I think I'll be okay. I say things like, summer should be fun. And that's why I call Standard.
I didn't like how you said those. Do them again.
What did you do?
That's what it's going to go like tomorrow.
What kind of read do you want, Josh? You want a dramatic read?
That's how it's going to go tomorrow.
Summer should be fun.
That's so scary.
Yeah, make it into a movie trailer.
That is so scary.
Say that while unbuttoning your shirt.
Are you going to be sitting on a motorcycle or something to really push that rock radio image?
That bad boy look.
Yeah, do you have your outfit planned?
Just logoless clothes. Clothes without logos.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Do you
obviously.
have those?
I'm making a stop at Target today, actually. My T-shirts are graphic T-shirts with Mario and Buffalo Bills logos on them.
I remember again the local sports television show that I was involved in for a brief period of time. That was one of the things that they asked us to do is wear logoless clothing. I really didn't have any. All of my hats said Twins or Gophers, or all of my T-shirts were rock-related or, whatever, Budweiser. I didn't have a lot of plain clothing, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. But let me just say this. I wish you the best on this, but I also have prior experience with filming a television ad, and it was the longest, most miserable experience, damn near, that I've ever had in my entire life. Now, this was 30 years ago, and it was for Channel 29 or something like that. Does that still exist? Channel 29.
I remember. I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's still around
I don't know
anymore.
if it's still around.
Yeah, good question.
I never look at the numbers anymore.
Right. I'm just telling you, dude, it was so awful. Now, the good news for you is you're going to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
I was flown all the way to the state of Florida for this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
And it was hot, and it was awful. Oh, it was so awful. I doubt you'll have the same experience.
I think they made some advancements in 30 years.
I doubt it.
It wasn't as if, I don't know if it was advancements that made the difference. I mean, this is a local company. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did they say you got to prepare your house this way? We're going to be, I know you got like landscaping because you're obviously going to be outside by your air conditioner.
Right, yeah. They said the only internal shot inside the house they need is a shot with me standing next to the thermostat, which is wide open in the living room, so that's no big deal.
Yeah,
guys
but I bet
cleaned it?
your wife still cleaned it top to bottom, right?
No, I mean, the house is always clean from top to bottom. My wife's very clean and,
It's type A.
yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My experience was so long ago, but I'm just telling you, it sucked. I was so pissed and so exhausted by the end. I couldn't believe that it could take as long as it did. Jesus.
Yeah, I just hope I do a good job for him. Or should I just act like a total diva and like demand a trailer and hair and makeup and stuff like that?
That's what I do to make sure they never ask me to do this again. No offense to anybody involved in this, but there's no way I'd want to do a TV commercial.
You would be so uncomfortable, Josh. It would be funny for us to watch it or watch you have to do it.
I hate being on camera.
But yeah, you would be miserable.
I did a voiceover for a TV commercial once, and that was bad enough. I can't imagine, like, actually, all right, we need the lighting perfect. You got to stand right here. We need you to do this. That would suck.
Yeah. Oh gosh, now I'm getting nervous. I wasn't nervous until just now.
Oh, you're good at that kind of stuff. You don't get. It doesn't seem like you get nervous to be on stage or in front of a camera.
No, not too much, no. I think it'll be fine. I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. The people at Standard Heating and Air, they're wonderful. Become good friends with them this year, and I think it'll be a good day.
I think the dudes that I was working with, I think they wanted to show me just how difficult their job was. I think they wanted to prove to me that, television maybe was superior to radio. So they put me through the ringer.
They wanted to prove a point, like you said, something like that. Like, this is how we work hard in TV.
Hey, you work in radio, you don't get it.
Yeah, you just crack a mic and start talking.
I would hope they would deliver it like that. But yeah, that might have been part of the nightmare. I mean, it was probably 14, 15 hours of walking around in the heat in Florida. Made no sense to me why they wanted me to play the role and why we couldn't have just pushed the same message from right here in town.
What kind of company was it?
Channel 29, the television.
Oh, okay.
We were pushing a television show that was going to be on Channel 29, and for whatever reason, we needed to film it from, what is it called, Josh? Universal Studios? Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure who owns them,
Orlando,
yeah.
Florida?
Yeah, Universal's in Orlando.
So you just went to that particular studio? Yeah, Universal.
No, not a studio, like the fun park. Is it called Universal
There
Studios?
is Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's where we were at. Yeah. Why we needed to do it there, I don't know.
I think that's where the studio is. I toured it a long time. Remember I was talking about
So
Foley
Channel
Yards?
29 was not local?
Well, they might have been owned by Universal.
Anyway, it was a
Yeah,
long
I'm not
time
sure.
ago. And
A lot of times they just film that here.
it sucked eggs. It sucked massive. All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm sure when you got done with, what did you say, it was a 13-hour day?
Oh, 15, 16.
Oh, okay.
It was horrible.
You're like, okay, when does the movie come out? No, that's a 10-second ad we just spent 15, 16 hours recording.
Yeah, I doubt it'll be that bad. I really, really, really doubt it. So there you go. Television, huh? There you go.
We knew you win.
Yeah.
We can say that. We knew you win.
I'll think about you guys from time to time when I'm sitting in a big TV studio counting my money.
You want to go ahead with something here that'll take you back to when you were just a young buck. I was reading about grown folks these days. Grown Americans say that they're cooler now than they were in high school. Well, Christ, I would hope so.
Yeah, geez.
Cooler now than they were in high school.
I was such a tool in high school.
What do you-
I
what do you
thought
mean
you
it-
were really popular.
Oh, I mean, but I was like pretending. I was faking it.
Everybody was faking.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
but I was like wearing. I went through a phase where I was wearing boat shoes for God's sake. I grew up in Egan.
What are boat shoes?
Like those loafers that you wear without socks.
Huh.
Can you picture that?
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
And like wearing Abercrombie and stuff. Like that wasn't me. I was just putting on a facade to try to be cool.
Well, everybody becomes the same person. Like something's cool and everybody does
Yes,
it. You want
exactly.
to jump on it.
I was just following like a lemming.
High school mostly is about trying to be cool,
Yep.
whether it be your wardrobe or other choices. Yeah, this whole article is about how some adults fully accept that they are no longer cool, but some think they're cooler now than they were back in high school. Yeah, I mean, I would hope you're a much more measured and together person now than when you were 16, 17 years old. I mean, I was a reckless moron in high school. Still a moron, just not as destructive anymore, I guess you'd say.
More than anything for me, I wouldn't say I'm cooler in any way, but I just don't care about being cool. Where before I wanted folks to think I was, when you're younger, like, hey, I'm in, like, just like the rest of you guys. I'm a part of the crew, but
Yeah.
now I don't mind. Go ahead, think what you want.
And that's the right way to go, Cubby. 56% of people believe they're cool now. 43% remembered being much cooler in high school. I guess it depends on how you define cool.
Maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't it seem like anybody who thinks they're cool are the furthest thing from cool?
Usually.
That's how it often
There's
plays
probably
itself
examples that would be on the other side of that argument, but
Parents with kids under 18 think they're cooler with, parents with kids under 18 think they're cooler than non-parents. And the article goes in to say something along the lines of where maybe it's their kids that are telling them they're cool. You see what I'm saying?
how do you make
That
that,
doesn't happen. No.
How do you raise a kid that'll do that?
That'll call you cool?
Yeah, that think you're cool. Instead of just thinking everything you do is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
I got ripped on for my eyebrows the other day. Everything gets ripped
What's
on.
wrong with your eyebrows?
They're like, do you shave your eyebrows? I'm like, well, no, I don't shave my eyebrows.
Well, you trim them.
I trim them. Yeah, that's about it.
Who gave you a heart? A young kid?
Well, yeah, one of the kids gave me crap.
Well, they'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
They'll eventually do that as well.
Oh, I know. I trust me. I tell them, just wait.
Or do young kids trim their eybrighs already? I don't remember.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, well, then what the hell are they busting your
Yeah,
balls?
it's not like I'm shaping them or anything. I just got to run clippers over them every once in a while because they get out of control.
Right.
And then yesterday I was ripped on from people saying my ears stick out too far.
Well, that's true.
No, my ears don't stick out too far.
I've never noticed.
Oh, it's a little too far.
No, don't say that.
Dang.
I want to be cool, man. I want my friends to think I'm cool.
I got a kick out of that. Americans say they're cooler now than they were in high school. Well, Jesus balls, I would hope so. Come on. Your brain isn't even fully developed in high school.
Well, yeah, our bosses must be in that. Our former boss, our current bosses are cool, seriously. But our former bosses, I mean, anything that would make us in their eyes look a little uncool if we admitted something, they'd be enraged. We mentioned before how we were talking about losing our hair one time, and our boss at the time absolutely went off on me, saying, "Is that really the image you want to portray?" I'm like,
Who
what?
cares?
That genetics has taken our hair? We have no control over it? Yeah, I'm okay with that. There's a lot of people going bald. What are you going to do?
It's
Yeah,
so
that-
silly.
That's
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's ridiculous.
Any little thing like that, if it wasn't something badass about you, you better not air it.
So dumb.
Definitely dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. Trimming the eyebrows, huh? They were giving you a hard time for that.
Oh, yeah. But, he was cool about it. He's like, hey, I don't mean to rip on you instantaneously because it was the first time I saw him for the day, but what's going on with the eyebrows or something like that? Are you trimming your eyebrows?
I mean, if you don't, eventually, you just end up looking like a maniac.
Yeah, Eugene Levy.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But his are at least kind of like put together.
Beautiful, beautiful eyebrows.
Mine get unruly. It just doesn't make any sense.
I remember the first time I went ahead with that. I could not believe the difference in my appearance. It was much improved. You never really think about little things like that.
No. Well, like trimming your ears and stuff?
Until I noticed, I think I noticed another guy with beautiful eyebrows, and it was obvious to me that he just ran the trimmer over it, right? So I tried it, and I said, well, Jesus, what the hell? Why have I been waiting so long?
Why had nobody help you, man?
Never crossed my mind. Well, that's true. I never had anybody help me. I never had, I guess that's not true. I had to have a couple of girlfriends tell me how to improve through grooming certain things. Your eyebrows, shaving. I was very, very amateurish in how I shaved, even into my early 30s, until girlfriends or wives would say, no, there's a reason why your neck is so irritated. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. I was never taught how to do these things.
I wasn't either. I was taught through girlfriends, my wife, or your girlfriend's and ex-wife.
Right.
They're the ones that, I learned how to shave. I think it was from your ex-wife who told you and you told me.
Right.
We both were doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you had to do a lot of stuff. Manscaping, you got to do what? I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Learned how to, wear jeans that fit from a girlfriend once.
Nice.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, my wife is big on that I need to wear appropriate, size clothing. Usually I go to a Target and just see, okay, I'm a 36. Just grab a pair of 36. I don't know what the second number on that means. It's 36 by 32 or something.
It's waist and length.
Yeah, no, I just grab ones that are 36 and I throw them on and I wear them. I guess you need to try things on to make sure they're fit and not too baggy in the crotch and stuff like that. Things like that I never would have thought of.
Yeah,
Ladies,
I give my husband crap for that too, but he doesn't buy new clothes. So it's clothes that he had from high school, and I'm like, that you can't wear that shirt out. You can't. It looks like a baby tee.
Ladies have a thing about the way we wear our pants.
Oh, yeah, my wife's big on that. Or she'll make comments about certain, usually hoodies, that she thinks I should retire.
Old clothing needs to go, things like that, yes. I get a lot of grief around the house over the way I wear my pants. They're too baggy. They're too saggy. My wife also can't understand why I am constantly wearing blue jeans. When I get out of bed on a Saturday morning, she doesn't understand why I don't put on a pair of sweats.
Yeah, that's crazy
or
to me.
Shorts.
Yeah, I'm on your wife's side with that.
I was with somebody. My ex-husband was like that, and that pissed me off. Why don't you just want to be comfortable? We would run to the gas station, and he'd be like, I got to put on jeans. And I'm like, why?
Well, I'll tell you why, because that is comfortable. I am not comfortable in silly sweatpants. I'm not going for a jog, so that's the thing you don't understand is I am most comfortable in jeans. It's not like I'm wearing a pair of Bret Michaels ass tight 1980. I mean, they're saggy, baggy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's we are doing what's most comfortable. Just because you're more comfortable in sweatpants and basketball shorts doesn't mean we would be most comfortable in that. Blue jeans, I don't even feel that they're on me. So that's why. But yeah, I'm supposed to. I guess on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, I'm supposed to come out the bedroom looking like I'm going to play racquetball, But I don't do that.
I tried one time. So my wife bought me some jeans, and they were the fit that she prefers on me. And I wear them day one. And
bad, wasn't it?
No, I wore them on day one, and you're like, those jeans are too small for you. On day one.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember because I had told my wife, I'm like, I don't know, these don't feel right.
The ones that she likes on me are also too tight. They don't get it.
Oh, she wants to see my print? Is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah, that must be it.
Is that the new term?
What is that? Your bulge?
Yeah, your bulge.
Your wife wants your 51-year-old bulge to be exposed?
Well, she's going to need tighter jeans, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
God bless gray sweatpants for that reason.
I mean, you should always have in my opinion, Josh, and I'm no fashion expert, but I think you should always wear bigger jeans to combat your ears.
Son of a gun.
If you're how long ago was this where you wore her preferred pair of jeans and I immediately told you they were too small?
It was like 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Really?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was in the last month or so.
Darn, I must have missed
It was
that.
like the first thing you said to me.
Really?
Those jeans are too small for you. And I'm like, well, son of a gun.
And I probably saw in you what I've seen in myself in the mirror before when putting on the pants that the wife likes me in. I put them on and I immediately say, these are too tight. It doesn't look right. I probably just saw the same look of discomfort on your face that I've seen on my own.
Yeah, must be.
So the pants that my wife prefers me to wear, by God, are they far down in the bottom of the drawer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the last time I wore them was because somebody died.
I will say I buy size two sizes too big is how I usually prefer it. But then sometimes it looks like I have a constant boner because the crotch is sticking out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of baggy jeans.
I wear
but
the belt,
you
and
do
then
you.
it looks like I have an erection. Just happy to see you guys is all. I only have 3 pairs of pants, so one of them are the too tight ones.
Crazy.
But luckily, if I put on a pair of jeans, that'll get me through a winter.
Yeah, I got 2 pairs of jeans, I think. I think that's about it.
Oh my God, I have like 50.
How often are you supposed to wash them? Like once every 4 months?
Like,
That's how I do it.
I wash them every time I wear them.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was bad for them.
I don't know. I can't wear dirty jeans.
God.
I'm a messy person, Dana. You would know if I was wearing my jeans like 3 days in a row. I have this bad habit of wiping my hands on like the side of my legs.
Oh, I do that too.
My dogs love it. They're always licking the side of my legs because of this.
Everybody's different. I will wear the same pair of jeans for 4 or 5 months in a row
So do
without
I.
washing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's definitely a dude thing. Like
My washing machine is begging me for attention, begging me to pay some attention to it.
I have to ask my husband, like, is it jean wash time? Do I do this yet? No, leave him alone. All right.
Stanky boy Jesus, I'm with you. He doesn't wash his hoodies or jeans more than every 3 or 4 times he wears them. Yeah, I put on a hoodie on Sunday. By Friday, I'll take it off. Maybe Saturday, I'll take it off and wash it.
Must be nice to not be a sweater. Must be nice.
You know why, Ashley?
Because you don't do anything?
Never exercise. Never get up off a chair or a bed.
Or
Josh,
go
you see
outside
how-
unless to go to your car.
You see how I'm sitting right now? You know, I'm comfortable.
Yep.
I'm sweating.
You are a sweater.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're too smart.
I heard it's good for you, though. Like to sweat, like to be more of a sweaty person because your body's like expelling toxins or whatever.
Uh-oh.
Some humbo jumbo like that.
I'm full of toxins then.
I'll go along with
You're
it.
so toxic.
That's the environment I like to create. Bottom line, though, is, Dana, it's going to be miserable for you.
Oh, thank you for that.
But I can't wait to see the commercial.
I hope maybe they give me the outtakes, the lines that I just botched so I can show you guys.
Yes, that would be great.
Longer than the commercial, I'd imagine.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because I think I did that one time where I was recording a spot and I couldn't get one thing right, and it took me like 15 tries, and I played you guys the audio, and you loved it.
I'll tell you this. There was one, a buddy of mine, he's like, hey, I can't listen to the pod. I can't hear myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, you got to listen to the ad because I think Dana was drunk. And I did listen to an ad you recorded. It sounds like you're drunk.
Oh.
Maybe that was the one.
Maybe.
That's one where you just gave up, like, this is the best it's going to get.
This is as good as it's going to get right here.
Everybody has those days. Like, I know how to speak. Why can't I get it to work?
Exactly. And so
I think you'll be I think they'll be in and out of your house. If you're just tuning in, Dana's recording a television commercial today for Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Yep.
I think they'll be in and out of your house in under 2 hours.
No, that'd be nice.
I hope so. Mm-hmm. I mean, truly, we're busting your nuts here, but I truly hope that's the case.
Yeah, I hope it goes smooth. I bet it will be. They seem like they've obviously done this before, so they've kind of got it down to a system, it sounds like. It'll be a good time. I got some shapewear to wear underneath my T-shirt. So
No way.
I did.
No
Did you
way.
really?
I did, yeah.
To tighten your bod?
Oh, I already had some, but I got another one just to try to slim down a little bit.
What is men's
you gotta
shapewear?
Take
I didn't
a
know you
time
did
out.
that.
Time out. I don't know what we're talking about. You have some what?
It's basically like a tank top you wear underneath your shirt to kind of hide the belly a little bit.
Yeah, it's like spandex and it's tight. I mean, girls
like a
wear
corset.
those all the time, like under their dresses. But I didn't.
You got a
I've
lot
never
of.
seen men shapewear.
You got
before.
a lot of balls admitting that.
I know. I figured. I knew you guys would have a good time with it, but I saw a video of me on stage at Mall of America last weekend for the SummerSlam promo, and I didn't really love the way I looked.
I thought you looked great.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, well, then screw it. I'm going to go home and burn the shapewear,
Yeah.
actually.
No.
Embrace your
You
body.
should wear it.
Should I just wear the shapewear, no shirt over it?
I didn't know they made that for guys either.
Oh, yeah.
You see,
So
like
it's
Spanx or whatever the Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian thing is.
an overly tight tank top that kind of bashes all of your fat up against your body.
Kind of holds you together a little bit better.
Does it shape like your pecs, make you look like you're jacked? Or
I
it just kinda tightens
haven't
things up?
thrown it on yet. I'll send you a selfie when I get home,
Dude,
Josh.
please, I really got to see you in this.
Now, the only time I've ever seen this kind of thing before in person on a man, well, I've never noticed it on a woman, but I've seen it on a few dudes, and they've been aging rock stars. I've seen a couple of singers on stage. Of course, these are 80s rock guys, so they're still most of them still try to pull off something tight and sexy looking, even though they're 67 years old. You know, that whole gimmick. There's been a couple of those dudes, male rock stars, where if you look close enough, you can see they're wearing some style of girdle underneath to try to press that huge beer gut down. Other than that, this is the first I've heard of a regular person trying something like that. That takes balls.
Yeah, I'm intentionally not going to check text messages for about 15, 20 minutes.
There's nothing bad coming in.
All right, that's good then.
I just tricked you into reading something. No. They're fine. The only thing I'd wonder is, does it take things and move it to weird places where it's like, God, that guy's thin, but he's got really weird under armpit fat.
Right. Yeah.
Cubby, I totally know what you're saying. And I'm picturing these old rock stars that I've seen on stage who were obviously wearing some type of a girdle unit underneath. Yeah, it pushes things. You can only do so much with that kind of mass. It's got to go somewhere. I mean, now you are not anywhere near in as bad a shape as some of these 66-year-old alcoholic rock stars that I've seen on stage before with the girdle.
And
So
in the
I don't
last few
think you
years-
have to. I don't think you have to worry about that. But
You've lost a lot of weight in the last few years.
Actually, I have, yeah.
If you don't, I don't know what's appropriate to say.
No, you can say that, yeah. No.
All right, yeah, you have. So I don't think you need it, but use it because that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
well, there you go. We got to get going for real around here. For Pete's sake. Randy Shaver will be ducking in with us a little bit later around 7:30. Big game last night, another big game tonight. I'm sure you know where I'm going with all that. The stupid news will be our next move here on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of standard heating and air conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
You could pop up in WWE tomorrow. Would Saraya be there, or would Paige be there?
Paige, 100%.
So when you're setting up Logan Paul to frog splash you through the announce table, what's going through your mind?
This should make every headline in the world.
It makes sense, right? Your jelly roll.
We knew we had that kind of a moment.
Mindset, motivation, and what it takes to succeed. Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right. Before we start the stupid news report, Cubby, can
Yes, sir.
turn your head a little to the right. No, we're not so abruptly, just very
Just a
slowly.
little, okay.
Not yet. That's the left, Josh.
No, that's my right. So you want it to be your
No,
right.
turn your head to the right.
I am.
Perfect. The radio station always comes in a little bit better when Josh turns his ears towards the radio tower out there. And where the hell's the tower again?
Is it Shoreview still?
Shoreview.
I'm not sure. That's not cool, man. My son said that to me yesterday. He's like, no wonder you work in radio. Can pick up the signals with those ears.
Yeah, radio station comes in a little clearer.
They don't stick out that far.
The antenna bounces off Josh's ears, and it makes it a little easier to hear when you turn to the right.
Dana, look. Do they stick out?
Oh, can you put your headphones back on for me? I'm kind of disturbed.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah.
I taped them down.
Yeah, isn't that painful?
Josh was telling us earlier that his kid, more importantly, my god kid, was giving him grief about his big ears. We had a little fun with it earlier. Off air, the sumbitch, Cubby, took masking tape. What do you call that stuff right
Scotch
there?
tape?
Scotch tape. He took Scotch tape and taped his ears back.
Looks no different.
And the signal got a little cloudy.
It looks no different.
Yes, it does.
Okay. If I had an issue, it would take more than one piece of tape, wouldn't it? You didn't think about that.
It's just good tape.
We're all joking around here, Josh, but in all seriousness, how much does it cost to get custom headphones that are big enough to hide those?
Yeah.
If you guys make fun of me 10 or 15 more times.
Can we take a picture of you without ear tape and with ear tape so our listeners can see the difference? When you taped your ears back, it did make a great difference in your appearance.
I'll have to ask my agent. He's got strict rules about this kind of thing. It's out of my hands.
It's a licensing thing.
I didn't even notice that your ears stuck out until you taped them back. And I'm like, oh, that's what ears are supposed to look like. Yeah.
I think if I had hair, it wouldn't be a big deal. You guys have hair. I guess Nick doesn't have hair.
All the years we've worked together, I never noticed how enormous your ears
They're not enormous.
and how far they stick out.
I've got a lot of other problems
If you want to
that make more sense than the ear thing.
If you want to feel better, I've got something really unique with my ears. I don't think a lot of other people have as much meat on their earlobes as I do.
Oh, you got... I guess I never noticed. Let me see.
I got some thick ones, too.
The Bourne family all come equipped with big, fat, thick, long earlobes. I could feed a hungry child with my earlobes. You could fit a lot of piercings in there if I was so inclined. So I don't know.
Tough to get through that
Take
skin,
a look.
though.
Look at them. They swing when I walk. You know what I mean? Look at those.
Yeah,
bastards.
wow.
Yeah. We have large, long earlobes in the Bourne family.
Be
Take off
perfect
your
for
headphones.
gauges.
Unleash the fury, Josh.
right.
Take off your headphones.
How are mine?
But they're tiny.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you have dainty ears.
Oh.
Yeah, yours don't hang off at all, actually.
No, the earlobe is actually, it doesn't help your situation. The ear itself is oversized. Your earlobes are undersized.
Well, maybe if my earlobes were bigger, it would kind of tighten the ears to my head, the extra weight.
Anything might help.
I'll get some gauges.
All right.
Is that about the time you do it when you just turned 51?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when you get the gauges?
Oh, man, that just has Hello Fellow Kids written all over it.
What did you say?
There's this meme of, what's his name? Steve Buscemi.
Was that from Airheads, or what movie was? No, it wasn't Airheads.
It wasn't Airheads, but Steve Buscemi's trying to look like a kid with he's got a backpack over one shoulder and a skateboard, and it says, "Hello, fellow kids." He's trying to look young. It's a very popular meme online.
All right. Yeah. I mean, doesn't it feel different, Josh, when these criticisms that we all have for your ears, doesn't it feel better knowing that it's coming from people who care?
Yeah, certainly.
But yeah,
it's it's weird. Like there's certain things you're going to get made fun of, but that came out of nowhere. That my 14-year-old's just like, my God, you've got big ears.
I never noticed how large they
rude
were.
About it.
I never know. Probably because of the headphones, I guess. Most of our relationship we've spent staring at each other, and we're both wearing headphones. I never noticed how oversized they are. But it's going to be okay.
But you're right, Dana. I have to have these specially made in Germany.
All right, what are we going to do now? The stupid news. What do we got this? A world-class douchebag right here. Big surprise, too. It's a pin-dick politician trying to throw his weight around because he thinks he's some type of untouchable big shot. The mayor of a stupid town in Georgia, he upped and fired every swinging D on the local police force. Every last one of them. The mayor fired them because they upset his precious wife.
What a douchebag. What a sensitive douchebag.
Ron Shinnick.
Sorry, I got it. People are asking me to turn my head back to the left. The reception.
I'm telling you, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. When you turn, well, there you go.
Right here? You got it?
Yeah. Because the music kind of fades in and out depending on how you move your head with those satellite dishes you have on the... So this was the mayor of a town in Georgia. Ron Shinnick is the name of the delusional, entitled mayor over there. Up. Little to the right now. No. Okay.
Right there?
Right. Of course, anyone with any common sense knows that a mayor can't just gas an entire effing police squad because his wife got butthurt. So the whole lot of them were rehired just a couple days later by the local city council with back pay, which I thought was nice.
Yeah, I like the FU to the mayor there.
He fired them. 2 days later, they were hired back by the city council because they realized this is friggin' stupid. I believe the name of the town is Cohutta, located somewheres in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. Unfortunately, their mayor is an effing moron. Again, the mayor's name is Ron. But for 2 days, there wasn't a single cop working in town because of Ron's idea to fire all of them. For those 2 days, there was a sign posted in town that said the police department has been, quote, dissolved by the jagoff mayor. The sign told folks if they needed help that they were more or less on their own. Luckily, thanks,
Mr. Mayor.
There's like 111 people in this tiny little town. There was very little chance that any hell was going to break loose, but still, there were 0 cops on duty. So the warped mayor, stupid Ron, his wife, Pam, I think I'm saying that right, Pam? Or was it Pan?
It's Pam.
Like, what do you mean?
That took me a second, too, actually.
His wife, Pam, she had a job with the town, too, don't you know? She was the town clerk. You following that, the town clerk?
Yeah.
All right. So a few of the cops in town had made a complaint or two about how Pam maybe wasn't so good at being the town clerk. All right? A couple of the cops expressed their opinion that said maybe Pam kind of sucked at her job as the town clerk. Well, Mayor Ron heard about that, and he busted a spring. And he got that brilliant idea that the entire police force should be fired.
I mean, it sounds like she was tough to work with. I mean, I believe she got canned, this Pam lady.
Did she?
For creating what we referred to earlier, a toxic work environment.
Oh, I missed all of that. I didn't see any details on Pam's behavior.
So that's kind of what people... Then she gets hired back, and like, well, that's weird. How does she get hired back? Oh, it have anything to do with being the mayor's wife, perhaps.
Oh, so that was the situation.
Yeah, and so some of the cops were commenting on Facebook, and he got upset. And decides to can everybody. I mean, I understand, wanting to defend you. There was a guy that was a douchebag to my wife not too long ago. And, it's like, you have to think about wanted to air out your grievances a little bit, but then hopefully you're mature about it and realize, all right, what am I going to do? You know, it's not going to help the situation. But this guy never thought there'd be any blowback.
No, he's the mayor.
Somebody was a D-bag to your wife. I'll fight them.
Yeah, you could do that for me.
I will.
What happened?
It's just a guy that was being a douchebag. You know?
A guy that you hired to perform a job, or?
No, somebody she knows.
Oh. But yeah, how dare they question the mayor's wife, right? So Ron pulls off this total bitch, passive-aggressive move and fires everybody. But like I said, after 2 days with no cops, some type of emergency town meeting was called, and they overruled stupid Mayor Ron's idea. And now it could be that he's the one who's looking for work.
Probably should be. I mean, you wonder what that's his decision-making as the mayor?
Right.
Yeah.
I think from what I understand, and my story was missing some information, obviously, but from what I understand, they're calling another town meeting, and they're going to decide whether they want Ron to mayor that town anymore. And I think the answer is going to be no. So that's what happened.
I think I'd lose confidence in the guy,
Yeah, absolutely.
So the mayor's wife was a pain in the ass. They fired her. And a lot of the cops said, phew, good, she sucked at her job. And then she got her job back.
Yeah, I think it was she gets the job back, and that's when they commented, like, hey, how's this happening? She was canned for being tough to work with.
That's not right. Here's a question. How many cops were on the force in that small town? I think it was like 10 or 11?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
A couple people texted in, well, how many cats got fired? 10 or 11, which sounded like a lot for that tiny little town.
Yeah, it was a little town.
But what the hell? All right. Yeah. Josh, please.
I had to tie my shoe.
Every time you... Oh, yeah, that's odd. When you
this
bend
is very
down...
uncomfortable.
Bend down to adjust your shoe again.
Right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Now come back up again. Unbelievable.
Honestly, I don't hear it.
You don't?
What's happening?
Oh, we can hear it.
When you move your satellite dishes, otherwise known as ears, when you move them down under the table, under the console, we lose the radio signal.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a lot of feedback.
All right.
Put your hood over your head. Let's see what happens when you put your hood over your head. All right, take it back down again.
Mr. Pop.
Oh, Jesus, we actually tuned over to another. I think we heard a little bit of KQ. Yeah.
Is that good or bad for our ratings?
If you're just tuning in, we realize now that Josh's enormous ears...
They're not enormous.
...play a role in the strength of our radio signal.
I don't even hear what you guys are saying. So you're saying if I put my hood up over my head like this...
Yeah. Take him down now. Down.
Further.
Mr. Pop.
Mr. Pop is what we heard.
Well, this is embarrassing. For you guys being so wrong. Dana,
Yesterday's
you're the town jerk instead of the town clerk right over there.
You got me there. That was a total burn.
Zing.
Yeah. Good luck not getting over that one, pal.
Yeah, somebody called a burn unit. We got a patient coming in.
That's not true. I can't hear the future, Rick. Jesus.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
I can't hear the future. That's dumb. Man. My ears aren't that big.
I love it.
Can you make him wiggle like alfalfa?
I've always wanted to. My wife can do that.
Yeah, that is super cool.
She can make her ears
like,
wiggle.
There's a witch, something like Sabrina and the Teenage Witch or something like that. She can do that. Well, whoever has like the cat, the black cat named like Samson or something.
I have absolutely no idea what we're talking about right now.
There's somebody in the listening audience that knows what I'm talking about.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about her?
Yeah, she can move her ears.
She
can move her ears.
Yeah, I was saying my wife can do that too.
That's so neat.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. In yesterday's Stupid News report, we talked about a chicken. A chicken that got killed, that got run over by an ATV, and it was killed dead. If you didn't like hearing that story yesterday about one dead chicken, then this story is going to be 140 times worse for you. It says here, 140 chickens dropped dead all at once because of loud music. Specifically, a wedding DJ that cranked up the bass a little too loud. Dude.
Never would have thought something like that could happen.
No, me neither.
I mean, I know they use it, right? We've been told for enhanced interrogation techniques and whatnot, right? Blasting super loud music.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure it's ever killed anybody, though. I mean, there's music that you've listened to for songs you can't stand that maybe you'd want to take yourself out. I'd imagine that, but killing animals over music.
Remember the trend 20 years ago where you had to have the bass so overwhelming in your motor vehicle that it would rattle the neighborhood to its knees?
Oh, yeah, where people would have to, adjust their, I don't know if it was a foam or what it was, just so things didn't rattle so bad. Yeah, that always was kind of annoying, I thought. How's that even enjoyable when you're in the
Kind
vehicle?
of annoying.
So douchey.
It was huge when I was in high school, and I remember just sitting in my friends' cars, pretending to enjoy it. Yeah, this is great. Oh, yeah, my brain is leaking out my ears. Super.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I second-guessed marrying my husband after I found out he was one of those dudes in high school. I was like, you douchebag.
Are you guys familiar with the song Scary Monsters and is it Nice Sprites by Skrillex?
No.
I didn't understand a word that you said.
Yeah, I love that song.
You know Skrillex, the ding, 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 ding. What's that music called again?
Like dubstep, EDM.
Oh, yeah, dubstep. Apparently that song works as a mosquito repellent due to low frequencies in the song.
Way.
Huh.
That it affects, the mosquitoes don't want to be around you and they don't want to have sex and whatnot.
I'll be damned.
The Skrillex song.
All right, 150 chickens dropped dead because a wedding DJ cranked up the bass far too loud. Now, this story comes from India, and they do things a little different out that way. So the word is a chicken farmer out there in India says here, this is apparently how they do it in India, but I'm not familiar. It says here, a wedding procession passed by his farm the other night. So I'm picturing maybe a parade of cars, and everyone's hollering and screaming up and down, and loud-ass music is pumping out of a sound system. I can't be positive on that because it's India, and I don't have any idea what they do over there, but that's what the story led me to believe, that there's a parade of cars. Yay, we got married. There's this immense bass, hip-hop type music pouring out of the sound system. The chicken farmer says this wedding party gangbang rolled past his farm around 9:30 the other night. He went out to check on the chickens, and they had all dropped dead. And he's blaming the music. He says the noise was so intense that the chickens got frightened, and then they died. That's something right there. The local police are investigating this disaster.
That's a new one to me.
I think the DJ who was in charge of pumping what I'm sure was some truly terrible music, he's being questioned about all this.
Back to... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. What were you going to say?
I want to look over at you to see if you had something, but,
You don't want to affect the radio signal. You had a question or a comment, though?
Yeah.
You don't have to move your head to ask me a question or make a comment.
I like to look at you when I'm...
Turn back towards the microphone.
All right. Reefer Van Jesus on the topic of Skrillex. We were talking about this song, Nick. Let me skip it. Oh, is there swear words in here?
Oh.
All right, I'm not going to risk it.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
I mean, it sounds familiar to me.
You've heard it.
When you say Skrillex, I remember...
He's the guy I think of with dubstep.
That's a guy. The guy calls himself Skrillex?
Yeah, he's very, very popular.
Okay, I remember hearing the name a few times. It's that burp, screech, skeet, sicky, sicky, dop.
That guy.
I get it, yeah.
I used to listen to that song every single day on the way to school.
Oh, it's huge, super popular. Reefer Van Jesus, though, is not a fan. He says he thinks he'd rather get eaten by mosquitoes than listen to Skrillex. Skrillex, apparently known for repelling mosquitoes.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't mind that stuff. I think it's kind of cool.
I'll pass on that stuff. Now, according to experts, high-intensity sound waves can trigger severe stress in birds and other animals, sometimes resulting in sudden birdie cardiac arrest or puppy or kitty cardiac arrest. Smaller animals can be killed dead by what they call here again, what do they call it? High-intensity sound waves. And I'm guessing this farmer wants some of his, wants some monies for his troubles, if in fact terrible pop and hip-hop music killed all of his chickens, because that's how he makes his living, by God.
Yeah, are chickens expensive? I mean,
No.
it seems like a lot of people have them, so they must not be out of reach.
Nah, they're pretty cheap.
How much is a live chicken?
Medical device Jesus, who I believe hails from India. Is that correct, Josh?
I don't know if he was born there, but yes, his family at least.
Family. Regular listener of the program, comments quite a bit. A concerning amount of times, actually. Right, Josh?
No, an appropriate amount.
I'm kidding. Medical device Jesus, who knows a thing or two about how they do things in India, he says the wedding procession that we were talking about that was blaring the music and allegedly killed some chickens is usually horses and boom boxes. It's called a barat. And I'll go along with it. I got no reason to question you. Yeah, that intense bass in your motor vehicle trend that was here, 20 years ago drove me nuts. Especially like Josh was describing, if the car driver, if the driver didn't have everything bolted down, it would just be a rattle trap.
The rattle was the worst.
See, when we were young, we weren't, and I'm not trying to be cute here, but we weren't about that bass. We weren't.
Yeah, I like the treble, personally.
Oh,
or
dude.
the mid-range.
Mid-range was where it was at. My pal Curtis had an intense car stereo, and it was all treble, dude, to the point where it would make folks puke. I mean, it was so overwhelming. One morning we were terribly hungover, and we were heading off to breakfast somewhere, and Curtis was driving, and instantly he goes straight for the Megadeth, and it's all treble. And there was someone in the back who said, if you don't turn just a little bit of bass up, I'm going to puke in this friggin' car. It was, he liked it.
I have to adjust the my wife's EQ anytime I get in her car, because it's all bass on hers, too. Like, to the point where it hurts. I don't understand.
I just, buy a car and I never touch it.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ashley.
I mean, I'll look at the setup, and if it's all square in the middle, I move on. Don't need to adjust that stuff.
Yeah, I always thought unless you have like a really, really badass looking car, you can chill on the bass.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want like me and my Jeep Grand Cherokee driving around with my bass pumping. That looks ridiculous.
Well, even more ridiculous in high school is we'd have a buddy who had a car that was probably Blue Book Valley worth $400, and he had $1,000 worth of audio equipment.
That was me.
Exactly.
Is that you?
Dude,
Yeah.
I had a $400 car.
Uh-huh.
And I think I went to Circuit City and maxed out a credit card and put a $2,000 stereo system in there.
My lord.
My dad ran hot at all times, but that time I thought my life was in danger.
You might have just ended his life. He was just so upset.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever seen him more mad than when I did. And I get it now. As a dad now, I'd be thinking,
Yeah.
I'm raising an idiot.
Stupid.
But that's all I cared about. I didn't care about the car at all.
I was never much of a car stereo guy.
I was the
pretty,
opposite.
I was pretty content with whatever the car came with. I did my cranking of the music at the house, not so much in the car. But there were plenty of guys out there like you, Josh. You wanted you wanted to send that message when you were cruising around town.
I wanted to just like sound like a concert in my
Yeah.
car. Yeah, not the bass. I did have subs.
You wanted to leave an impression on the neighborhood. Like, look, I dig Danger. I dig Brittany Fox.
I used to believe if it's too loud, you're too old. Now the opposite.
Of course.
Yeah, turn it down. It
Doesn't need to be that loud.
It was very adorable when I got my first vehicle. It was like a slug bug, and my dad went ahead to surprise me, put like a really nice stereo system in it. And I was like, this just looks ridiculous. Like every time somebody would get in, they'd be like, well, why do you have a stereo like this in here? I'm like, I don't know.
I dated a gal who drove around a $250 car with a $3,000 stereo in it.
When I was young, that's all I cared about was the radio.
It was kind of fun to drive her car. I mean, I'd bring my CDs with, and I'd crank up some Rush or whatever, something. It was kind of fun, but I didn't need that every time I was behind the wheel. I was pretty content just to have whatever the car.
You know what I had back in the day, which was so cool, I thought. Again, all you got to do is max out a Circuit City credit card. Was a 10-disc CD changer.
Oh, that was cool.
And I thought that you just can't. Life can't get better. I've got a 10-disc CD changer.
There you go. Let me tell you something. That ex-girlfriend of mine with the $250 car and the $3,000 stereo, Tom Sawyer sounded pretty friggin' good in her car. I'll say that much. I'll say that.
It's worth it.
One more real quick on cars, and somehow sometimes the value of the car is in deep contrast to something else. One of my favorite stories about my dad in 1963 or something like that. He was in charge of going to get all the meat for the meat raffle at the Wayzata American Legion. And when he was driving the meat from the butcher shop back to the Legion, it dawned on him and his drinking buddy that night that they had $300 worth of meat currently being transported in an $11 car.
Yeah, when that trend was popular, they might as well have just put Loctite in the stereo aisle, just so people could lock them bolts down. That rattling was out of control.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't see that as much anymore. I guess
No, that trend.
that as much
it came and went.
Yeah,
It was. I was happy to see it go.
I saw it yesterday, and it irritated me.
Oh, you did?
Somehow, somebody must have made some statement. Some influential rapper or somebody must have made a move that suddenly made that uncool. Because it was. How about this? What was this?
Oh, the lean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you basically had to have that front seat leaned all the way back into the back seat.
Fascinating. It was fascinating for me to drive around town. This was another trend that came and went pretty quickly, where the driver had to be reclined so deep back in his chair that there was very little chance he could see over the dashboard. But that was the statement that people wanted to make was, I am so friggin' relaxed. I'm even laid completely back while driving a motor. I'm so cool. I'm so chill.
So cool.
It was bizarre. And then again, somebody must have said something. Some influential person said, okay, jabronis, sit up in the driver's chair. And then everyone did it. Everyone fell in line with it.
Are there trends around like that now outside of like road rage and texting behind the wheel?
I don't
really think of any.
I don't notice anything, Josh. I think you nailed it. Now the trend is road rage. Well, I suppose maybe you could say nowadays you have to have an enormous amount of marijuana smoke pouring out of your car. I suppose that could be.
That I experience quite often. Definitely, at least a few times a week, I'm behind a car going, all right, they're begging to be pulled over at this point.
Before we go, speaking of sounds that could potentially do us harm, do we want to risk playing the audio of the screeching seagull imitation contest?
Sure.
Oh.
Again, one more time. This is the screeching seagull imitation contest from Europe. Folks made some noises. Wow,
Ashley plugged her ears.
I got the chills.
Now, is that the winner? Because that's incredible.
I don't know if that was the winner. That
Wow.
was just somebody, one of the contestants. But right, it sounds like a seagull.
I felt like I was standing on the coast of Johannesburg. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it sounded like I was. That sounded very real. This was the 6th annual European Screeching Seagull Imitation Championship in Belgium or some awful place like that. More than 70 folks of all ages from 15 different countries showed up to compete. Some of them dressed in seagull-themed costumes. Do you have any more?
No, that was.
Oh, my God. Well, there's no way that person didn't walk away with a trophy.
Yeah, very good. Now that I think about it, I might have some more, but I got to look over here in this cabinet. I don't want to turn my head.
You have more audio, but you need to...
I got to look in the cabinet over here.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Well, we might lose a little...
Did it happen again?
Come back.
It's happening again.
Come back.
Did it happen again?
Yeah.
All right, I couldn't find it.
This event, by the way, the Screeching Seagull Imitation Championship, which never has to worry about selling a ticket to me. The audio is fun, but I don't think I can sit there all day. They aim to change the image of seagulls. This is what they're claiming. They're trying to change the image of seagulls, which they say here are often seen by the public as intrusive. And that's a damn shame, isn't it, Cubby?
Yeah, that is too bad.
Wow.
Somebody says those stupid-ass popping mufflers are the new car trend.
Don't know it.
No, I haven't heard that.
Tell me about the popping muffler.
I couldn't tell you much about it.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've heard one before, but I didn't know it was a trend. I thought it was just a vehicle in disrepair.
Yeah.
I do like that's another one where somebody puts an incredibly expensive exhaust on a car that probably cost about $600.
Oh, yeah. I suppose now that you mention it, sure. Yeah.
I wonder if the teenagers still go to the fast food joint and back their cars into the parking spot and pop their hoods to show what they've got underneath, and
No.
it's just the factory standard engine that came with the car.
The average
don't.
show car show. I used to miss that Lake Nokomis. We'd call that Meathead Lake in high school.
Oh, you
because
did?
It was always dudes hanging out by their cars or crotch rockets and stuff like that with their shirts off.
Okay, because I live just a couple blocks from there. That's changed for sure.
Oh, it's not like that anymore.
No.
You know why? Tinder and whatnot.
Oh, sure.
You don't need to go out and hunt.
Ah, yeah, that makes
Teenage
sense.
kids don't hang out in parking lots much anymore.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Nope. Well, we used to hang
The
out
guys
there.
and gals don't have to try and find them.
Oh, man.
Just do it online.
On the slow nights, Jesus, you'd stand in that parking lot leaning up against somebody's car for hours and hours and hours.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Steph Curry couldn't make it tonight, but he did carry Draymond Green all the way here. Love you, buddy. I'm not going to make fun of you because you're violent. You've been ejected more times than a Kevin Hart DVD.
Draymond Green has 4 NBA championships, the way Ringo Starr has 11 #1 albums. Draymond is the first player to make 4 All-Star teams for just setting picks. Thought that would get more. You guys, you don't know ball.
I never have and never will smash Chelsea Handler. I'm Draymond Green. I don't hit threes.
Yeah, you know what keeps me going, Cubby?
What's that?
Keeps me going through the tough times is knowing that there will be a day, there will come a day. Hopefully I'm still alive. There'll be a day where Draymond Green is no longer interesting to anybody.
It's weird.
There were
how popular he's
Draymond
become.
Green jokes going around last night at the roast of Kevin Hart.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch that?
I don't get it. What's that?
I saw a ton of clips on it, mostly about Draymond Green, and then some other ones. And the Rocks I can't play. The Rock really went
did
after
Rock
him.
go after him?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out a way to even clean it up, and I thought I shouldn't. But yeah, the Rocks I can't. And some of the jokes were pretty good. I mean, it wasn't all short jokes for Kevin Hart, but
that's kind of what I was afraid of.
it was just a lot of short jokes.
Oh, God. I'm sure it was a lot of fun for some people, but just the sight of Draymond Green ruins any experience that I'm having in the moment.
Does he always kind of laugh as he talks? I've never noticed that before.
I don't know. I try to ignore him as much as possible.
Okay.
He always laughs when?
I was asking if he always laughs when he talks like he was, he's setting up that joke, which is a pretty good joke about Chelsea Handler there. But I didn't know if that was just because he was nervous on stage or if that's something he always does.
Guy makes my skin crawl. Earlier, Josh, in our Stupid News report, we were discussing a very unique competition overseas. It was the Screeching Seagull Imitation Contest. Impressive. Very impressive.
That's a person doing that.
Annoying. I don't think I could sit through the whole show, but impressive.
Definitely not.
A listener texted in and said there seems to be, other than the seagull story, there seems to be an absence of a certain ornithologic.
Nick, don't.
They want to know if you have any more news, Josh, coming up of an avian variety. A certain ornithological piece. I don't know. You have to wait around. You have to see if Josh has that. It is.
The computer froze.
We probably got the most tightly contested game of the Pigs Ab series last night. Unfortunately, Colorado was just a little bit better. We'll tell you more about that when Randy Shaver jumps in a half hour.
We've got some highlights to play.
I love the highlights.
Start Shaver with some highlights.
Yeah, empty net goals have become our thing, and I look forward to them day after day. If you were looking for a winner out of last night's Frost Victoire Professional Women's Hockey League playoff game, if you were looking for a winner, you didn't get it.
Diarrhea was the winner.
And it came from a, how do I say this? The game was not played at all, and the reason behind it is very interesting. Diarrhea, Dana says,
could be,
might have played a role.
Diarrhea. We've heard about mumps going through hockey locker rooms.
we have.
We'll
Could
tell
be the
you about
mumps.
that. Of course, the Wolves and Spurs play tonight. Twins tonight at home against the Miami Marlins. Stick around for Cubby's news next.
The 93 Ags Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of standard heating and air conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because I have a job to do.
With rapid-fire takes.
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.
You're listening to the radio. The 93 Ags Half-Assed Morning Show.
I hope they do get in trouble. You gotta nip it in the bud while they're young so they won't it escalates to something else in the future.
Police in Florida are investigating a bizarre burglary at an Orange City high school. This happened early Thursday morning. One that sounds less like a heist and more like a very specific late-night case of the munchies. Investigators said two males were spotted jumping a fence near the gymnasium about 1:07 a.m. in a bold blow to both school spirit and neckwear security. After slipping through an unlocked door, the suspects tampered with bicycles and other equipment before entering a classroom and stealing about $50 worth of lanyards. But the break-in only got stranger from there. Police said the pair then entered a second classroom and made off with miscellaneous food items, including a midnight meat mission involving roughly 100 hot dogs and some ice cream for dessert.
Why hot dogs of all things?
I guess that's what they could find.
Hey, whatever you can find is what they'll take.
Before leaving campus around 1:30 a.m., the suspects also grabbed an Allen wrench set, from a desk in a hallway.
An Allen wrench set?
What are you going to do with that?
That is exciting.
I don't know, tighten things.
Putting together
things.
Putting together a coffee table.
Yeah.
They broke into the high school.
Yeah, a couple of young men broke in. People in the neighborhood are like, well, you got this security fence around it, but you left the doors unlocked.
That's bizarre.
Security cameras everywhere?
Not that I'm aware of. There could be, but they just mentioned witnesses saw him. Somebody was up at that time of night or morning.
I remember breaking into our grade school after hours.
Did you really?
Yeah, that used to be cool. Do
you
that
did
kind
it
of
too.
Stuff. Yeah.
Well, the reason we did is the grade school that I went to was the oldest grade school in the state of Minnesota. It's been gone for years, Widston Elementary in Wayzata. And the reason we wanted to get in there was there were apparently these tunnels underneath the school because I believe the building was originally a World War I something or another.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was from 1806. Anyway.
Starbucks?
Neat.
So, pardon me?
Was it a World War I Starbucks?
Starbucks?
Never mind.
I love that he does it. Do you know what Starbucks is?
Was that a coffee shop?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I've heard. Anyway, so we wanted to crawl around these tunnels, and they were kind of cool. I still don't really know what they were originally used for, but yeah, how stupid.
That is super cool, dude. That sounds like spooky.
It
I
was
like
kind
that.
of cool. Every classroom had like a hatch on the floor.
What?
But we were never allowed to go down there.
How'd you get in? Like a window?
Dude, I'm jealous. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was one of those windows that cranked outward like
Oh,
so,
yeah.
and we were so skinny and young, we could just kind of crawl. Stupid, but we wanted to check it out.
Residents in Uptown said they're frustrated and scared after a group of teenagers broke into their apartment building and partied their butts off.
Very loud parties. I hear them at night. They have MCs. They're shouting, barking orders.
Tenants said a group of inconsiderate wieners busted through the building's front door late Saturday night, April 25th, before throwing a large rooftop rager that, much like in high school, I wasn't invited to.
I didn't know where that was coming from. The fact that it was from the rooftop and I'm on the second floor, like that I could hear it, like just shows like it's really out of hand.
Then things turned violent.
Smashed the front of the building. The entire door was smashed. As soon as I saw that was happening, I got out of there.
One tenant was attacked by a group of at least 10 teenagers, suffering injuries to his head, arm, gooch, and body. In a statement, a city council member referred to the teenagers as urban explorers, saying they've been trespassing.
It's a sweet title.
Yeah, and creating problems across Uptown. There have been these cases of urban explorers who scale to rooftop patios, are trespassing, and creating what they called havoc. Authorities are working together to put in place some strategies to make sure this doesn't happen again, she said. Urban explorers may be the most polite possible way to describe people who break into apartment buildings and beat 6 shades of hell out of paying tenants. No. We're not rapscallions. We're urban explorers. We're exploring. Ironically enough, the incident happened just days after city leaders unveiled new plans aimed at cracking down on crime in Uptown.
Man, my friends and I, we had to get creative sometimes to find a place to party, but we never thought just break into an apartment building.
Somebody else
take it over.
This is in Uptown, huh?
Yeah.
God, I haven't been there in a long, long time.
We used to hang in Uptown back in the day.
Yeah, well, I had friends who lived there, so we would hit up the bars and this and that. I always had a good time. Can I tell you my favorite Uptown story?
Please.
This has got to be 30 years ago. My ex-wife and I went to the Uptown Art Festival. Which
Sounds
was
cool.
Quite the gangbang.
It is.
Every street was closed down. I wasn't much into art. I don't remember my ex-wife being terribly crazy about art either, but we just...
There's probably some fair food there.
I
went
for the beer and food every year.
We were just looking for something to do. But we're walking along, and up on the roof of one of these buildings in Uptown, there was a dude, and the only way I can really describe his outfit is that he was like a porno clown.
What?
He had on clown makeup, but also kind of like some bondage gear.
Oh, man.
I'm scared.
I believe he was wearing roller skates, and he's standing on the roof of one of these buildings. It was one of the most unique characters I'd ever seen in my life. And he's kind of sexually, seductively dancing to this loud music, the porno clown. He's up on the roof. I looked up and I noticed him. He notices me looking at him, and he goes like this with his tongue along his upper lip. He goes,
No, dude. No.
Dude, I laughed so friggin' hard I couldn't control myself.
That's Uptown right there.
It was just like out of a movie. He noticed me noticing him, and he gave me a
You're right, Josh. I lived in Uptown for about 15 years, and if I was hanging out with somebody that didn't live in Uptown and they saw that, they'd be disturbed. I'd be like, by what? Oh, the porno clown? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I thought the porno clown was doing his job perfectly. It didn't bother me at all.
You mentioned the art fairs. Like, I'm not really into art. I mean, look at our walls. We've got...
I just did for Josh. I just did for Josh what the porno clown did for me. Sorry about that.
I'm going to need a therapist because I'm confused. I'm feeling so many feelings all at once.
I know that was disturbing. Sorry.
Geez.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's going to be like a nightmare / erotic dream for me. I can't take it
That
anymore.
dude friggin' ruled. Sorry. Finish your thought. I got crazy.
So, like you, I'm not a big art guy. I appreciate it, sure. A lot of it I don't understand, and it makes me feel stupid because I don't get it. But the Uptown Art Fair, if they still do it, I don't even know.
They do, but it's not in Uptown anymore.
They better not. Do they still call it?
They still call it the Uptown Art Festival.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
That and the Edina one, I always like going. There's some cool stuff.
There is. It's not just like abstract paintings. They have, modern type stuff or, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's cool stuff.
Sometimes I feel very pressured to buy stuff at those kind of things, though, and then I feel bad when I like look at people's stuff, and I'm like, yeah, cool, but I'm not spending my money on you.
Because the artist is right in front of you?
Yep, I hate that.
I didn't spend a dime at the art fair, but I still feel like I got my money's worth that day.
You sure did.
Definitely
that
did.
dude, if you're the porno clown out there, I just want you to know that you made my day.
Ladies, the city of Blaine does not want to see your boobs, even though the rest of Minnesota would be honored to take a peek. Last week, the Blaine City Council passed an ordinance formally banning nudity in public spaces, wanting to clear the areola on some perky legal ambiguities. The ordinance defines nudity as the showing of the male or female genitals, pubic area or anus, a.k.a. Rusty Sheriff's Badge, as well as the, quote, showing of female breasts below a point immediately above the top of the areola without fully covering the area, quote unquote. The crackdown comes after a 2025 Minnesota Supreme Court ruling that stated breasts are not inherently sexual and do not automatically qualify as indecent exposure in Minnesota. But city leaders in Blaine heard that ruling and said, not on our beach. Minnesota's, oh my God. That neck was out of control.
Dana, can we bring in a bucket of Alka-Seltzer or something
you need
for you?
A gastroenterologist or whatever that is.
Yeah, I think it's time I go in and talk to somebody.
Yeah, sorry to.
And it comes out of nowhere too. It's not like like a burp or something. You kind of feel it coming. It just appears out of nowhere and then vanishes.
It sounded like a mouse on a motorbike.
There were some earlier tremors that I noticed, but that one we had to call out.
Yeah,
You need some Tums, Alka-Seltzer. I don't know what it is, but there's constantly gas rolling around in your trachea.
And I thought I've been better about turning my mic off when I'm not talking. I think I just got a little too cocky there.
I think you did.
Tell you what, turn it off while you are talking. Let's try
that was something. God, I'd imagine there's some people that were looking in their rearview mirror freaked out like, oh my God, what's behind me?
Did I just hit something?
Sounds like the Predator. Minnesota, in that Supreme Court ruling, said free the nipple, but Blaine said put those puppies back in the kennel. One city council member explained, I had brought this item forward, saying, well, we have a public beach here in Blaine, and it would be nice to make sure that we have this area covered as it's a family beach. It's a community beach, and I wanted to make sure that nudity was not allowed at the beach, the member said. Some residents are saying, beach please, they want the nipple. The council member added that the city didn't experience any issues last summer, but said it was still good to see that they have it in writing that there is an offense to have against nudity.
Friggin' Blaine.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Ashley gonna do what she wants.
I mean, like, Blaine, really? you're gonna act like that?
Blaine's trying to take the moral high ground.
The beach town of Blaine.
Just way too close to Brooklyn Center for them to be acting like that.
Is that right?
That's like Coon Rapids acting like that.
So,
come on.
Proximity to Brooklyn Center dictates legislation?
Yes.
You want to head out to the beach? Sure. Where are we going? Tonka? No, Blaine.
They're headed to Blaine. Like the old saying almost goes, when one door closes, crash through the wall naked instead. A 50-year-old Pennsylvania man is facing multiple charges after police say he crashed through a wall at a Puxatawney area hospital, then disappeared into nearby woods while naked. Police say the man was spotted sprinting through the hospital late April 29th before bursting through a section of drywall like the Kool-Aid man after laundry day and escaped outside.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
A police dog.
Can I ask everyone to please stop saying, oh, no, in this courtroom? Because the Kool-Aid guy's going to keep showing up.
I forgot about the last part. A police dog tracked his scent to a wooded area near a local park where he was found without clothes. His explanation was about as weird as the stunt itself. According to police, the man said he thought the wall was a door and he needed to go for a walk. Authorities say he also gave officers a false name before they confirmed his real identity.
How does someone so easily go through a wall?
He figured it out, I guess. He cracked the code. I'm not sure.
Funny.
Ran right through that thing. Do we have time for one more? Let's try this one.
Yeah, what are you worried about?
I don't want to step on Shaver's toes and see Willie's coming in.
Oh, well, see Willi Myles, sure, he's good company, but, I mean, Shaver's just a dude who works for us.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
A former grocery store employee has been accused of turning Australia's Fair Work Commission into the world's most expensive plumber's crack tribunal after filing an unfair dismissal claim because he got upset when a coworker told him to cover his butt crack. In a decision published Thursday, Fair Work Commission Deputy President Alan Coleman rejected the compensation claim, partly because there had been no dismissal to begin with. Hard to have an unfair firing over your butt when nobody actually canned your ass. Summarizing the incident, Coleman said the complaint was working as an on-call shift at Woolworths when a coworker informed him his backside business was on public display and asked, in terms he considered rude, for him to cover up his butt crack. That complaint upset him. His feelings were hurt, Coleman wrote. Butt hurt, you might say. According to Coleman, Woolworths responded by pointing out the man kept working shifts after filing the claim, then eventually stopped showing up altogether, a small detail that undercut the whole "I was dismissed" argument. The complaint was not dismissed, Coleman said. He had no standing to make the application. This case had nothing to do with dismissal. In other words, the crack showed up for work more consistently than the complaint did. Coleman said the claim appeared to be little more than a money grab, an attempt to pressure Woolworths into paying a settlement rather than suffer through the nuisance of defending it. It was the man's 5th application in 2 years. That's how it goes, right?
Yes.
Today's kind of how it goes.
Yep.
They're like, well, wait a minute. You were fired, yet you still were working after this whole thing.
Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I'd appreciate it if somebody said my butt crack was hanging out. A Hollywood comedy favorite looks back on an unforgettable career, and one of Marvel's toughest vigilantes is back in action. Here's what's new on streaming today. Over at Netflix, Marty, Life is Short follows the story of comedian Martin Short, taking viewers through his legendary career across film, television, theater, and comedy. The special offers a closer look at the beloved entertainer's life both on and off the stage. And the latest chapter for a Marvel favorite is streaming on Disney+. The Punisher: One Last Kill.
Oh, The Punisher.
Finds Frank Castle searching for meaning beyond revenge until an unexpected force pulls him back into the fight. Freddie Mercury in the Queen movie Bohemian Rhapsody, which earned him a Best Actor Oscar. You also may know him as the star of Mr. Robot and as the Pharaoh in the Night at the Museum movies. Rami Malek is celebrating his 45th today. Jim in The Office, his favorite American Pie movies. Jason Biggs, 48. Legendary skater Tony Hawk turns 58. Emilio Estevez, 64. And Ving Rhames, 67. Paper hauling Jesus checked in from Sioux Falls today, and being the stellar fella he is, said he hopes everyone enjoys the day. He's always got a positive message. Happy birthday to BChem Jesus. Hauling your wood Jesus text in a nice birthday wish to his gorgeous better half, Sass Master Jesus, who he plans to give a, quote, short gift to tonight. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Pick free by Natchez. Center circle, sets up McKinnon. Scores into the empty net. Boldy throws one out in front, hoping for a bank shot. Instead, it's sent towards the empty net by Nelson, and he scores into the empty net.
2 empty net goals. They want to be dicks about it, huh?
They really rubbed it in.
They want to be dicks about this. Hello, Randy Shaver.
Good morning.
And also hello to C. Willi Myles in studio.
What up, what up, what up?
There he is. Yeah, I was telling everyone earlier, not that they needed to be told, but I mentioned earlier that we probably got the most tightly contested game of that Pigs Avalanche series last night. Unfortunately, Colorado was just better. And now our beloved Bear Pigs find themselves in a 3-1 hole. The Avalanche got the win last night in St. Paul by a final of 3-2, 5-2. Couple of cats playing for Colorado by the names of Ross Colton and Parker Kelly. They each scored in the third period. Pretty goals, too.
Yep.
And it was their first goals of the playoff. Again, the depth of that Colorado team can be frightening. Their goaltender, they went with a kid by the name of Mackenzie Blackwood. He made 19 saves. That was his first start of the playoff, relieving that Scott Wedgwood character. Mackenzie Blackwood came in during Game 3, replacing Wedgwood. Took the gig last night. The Pigs tested him, but not often enough. 19 shots isn't much.
No.
They struggled last night, the Pigs did, to get some quality shots on goal. Power play unit was more or less outplayed, with the exception of the early goal by Urov. I think I have the correct pronunciation of the on that 4-minute double minor. Did you guys enjoy that gimmick where Manson from the Avalanche was trying to skull F McCarron with the butt end of his stick?
And McCarron was honest about it during the interview afterwards, too. Call him a dirty player.
Well, I think
Manfredson.
McCarron, Manson, there you go. Sure. I think that was in between periods.
Yes, was it? Yeah, it was in between periods. Yes.
I think I saw that after the first period.
Yeah, it was during the game.
Yeah, McCarron gets his little interview in between periods after the first period, and he said about Manson. What's the Manson kid? I don't know either of their first names. I'm struggling here.
Charles
Manson.
No, not Charles.
Is it Josh?
I was just spitballing.
Josh or Joss? Anyway, yes. McCarron said about Manson in between periods, he's a dirty player. He always has been. He's not very well respected. That's the exact player I was always striving to become.
You want him on our team.
Yeah, I kind of want that character on our team. But, I mean...
His name is Manson, though. What do you expect?
Right. I don't know much about this Josh or Josh Manson, but I remember his dad, Dave Manson, was a long-time NHL player, and that dude was crazy, too. So it's like the apple not falling far from the tree. I don't know if this Manson kid is as dirty as McCarron is painting him out to be, but if he's anything like his dad, I can believe it. Dave Manson was one of the most feared dudes in the National Hockey League for a long time. So, on the other side of the ice, Jesper Wallstedt, he kept last night's game from being a disaster.
He did.
He was under pressure pretty much from the get-go, and he kept him in the hockey game. Now, interesting comments from the Bear Pigs head coach, I think, after the game. Old Gene Snitsky. He said after the game, the style of game that we needed to play to win, we didn't play. We made the conscious choice not to play that way tonight. We'll readdress that and see if we can be ready for Game 5. So it sounds to me like the coaches had a game plan, expected it to be followed, and somehow the players chose otherwise. Now, I could be wrong about that, but when you read his statement, it sounds like he's saying, look, we told the boys what we wanted, and they chose not to do it.
It's not ideal.
No.
But again, I could be wrong. The way he says it leads me in a certain direction, but of course I could be misunderstanding. Game 5 is tomorrow night in Denver. She's do or die from here on out.
Yep. Got to win 3 straight against Denver.
Oh, my God.
Against Colorado. That's a daunting task.
This is where you let her all hang out, Randy Shaver. There's only one way to approach a 3-1 deficit, in my opinion. Now, hear me out. There's only one way to approach a 3-1 deficit. Of course, you give it your damnedest, because if somehow you can force a Game 7, the pressure is clearly on them, and any damn thing can happen in a Game 7. But if any time along the way it looks like you're certainly going to lose and your season is over, you start tossing cheap shots around the rink until the other club has to call in the state police.
Drop them gloves and throw them hands.
You go like hell because you got nothing to lose, and if you force that Game 7, anything can happen. But if the writing is on the wall, you create chaos until they got to call the cops.
That's right.
I'm sure there's a lot of hockey fans feeling a little disappointed this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would think so.
But it ain't over. By God, don't tell me it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's used to it, though.
You're right about just the depth of that Colorado team. It just feels like every line they put out there, every shift, they just play at the maximum. And I know that Brent Burns doesn't play as many minutes as Makar and guys like that, but Burns is so damn good. He just does so many little things well. Even, 20 years into the league, that it was so hard for the Wild to get their power play going last night just because they were so stuffed at the line, it seemed like every time. And Burns was doing a lot of that last night.
The Avalanche they had the better legs last night. And they were very aggressive, I think.
I thought they were too.
Yes, overall compared to Game 3.
I mean, the conversation by the announcers during the game, and I think Eric Johnson was a big part of that, former Minnesota player.
Yeah.
Was that the Wild just didn't put enough chances on the net. They just never challenged Blackwood.
Not much.
Even in the power play situation, but certainly on 5-on-5, they really didn't until maybe a couple of times in the third period.
They got some momentum in the third.
Yeah, but they just really didn't challenge him enough. So
Colorado's legs were better last night, and you said it already. They were very aggressive on the penalty kill. Very aggressive on the penalty kill to the point to where they were taking some chances, but it worked out for them. They were attacking at all costs on the penalty kill, and it made a big difference in the game. And you're right, Brent Burns is 40 years old or something at this point, but he was very active last night, very effective.
And he has been this whole series too. He's just been very. I mean, I thought last night was probably his best game of the series.
I agree with you. Offended Millennial Jesus texted in, quit being cute with the puck. Put the puck on net. Nothing wrong with that mindset. That is a very playoff-oriented type of mindset. Put the puck on net and take your chances from there.
I mean, I'm looking at shots on goal, and Kaprizov had 1 last night.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I thought I heard there was 19 minutes between a shot on goal for the Wild. Is that true?
Early in that game.
Yeah.
My gosh.
My God.
Yeah.
The Avalanche were everywhere and all the time in the passing lanes, very, very aggressive, and it rattled the Wild, and they just weren't able to. Until the third period, they gained a little bit of, but they were very effective, and they really could have won last night's game by a much deeper deficit. But Volstead was pretty sharp. So, what did I say? What day is it today? Tuesday? Tomorrow night. They'll do it again in Denver. The Pigs and Abs were the only game on the schedule last night. Tonight you can go ahead with and I know this is killing you, C. Willi Myles. Tonight you can go ahead with the Buffalo, Montreal, and or Anaheim, Las Vegas if you're feeling like that.
I'm just going to flip a coin, whichever one happens.
Well, the good news is, see, Willie, they're staggered start times, so you can watch.
I can watch. Wow, man, I can just put box on box.
That's right.
If it's square on square, put them on both and just flip flop. Yeah.
Here are some text messages coming from listeners on last night's game. 5 shots through nearly 2 full periods. That's terrible. We killed ourselves last night. Again, and they mentioned the lack of shots on goal. We need some more of those gritty goals, like the ones Zach Parise used to score for this club. That's from RKO Me Sheezes. It wasn't in the cards last night. But we got tomorrow night to see where they can take it. Now, this is a really deep statement. I'm not sure where we can go with this. From Blackbird Jesus texted in after last night's Pigs loss. He said, I'm not sure how the Twins got it done in 87 and 91. But male Minnesota sports teams just don't have that it factor anymore, man. I don't know where you want to go with that or what that says to you, but it's an interesting statement.
They haven't found a way to finish great seasons. I mean, the Vikings have had, 5 shots in the NFC title game?
Yep.
And have not been able to finish and get to the Super Bowl.
We could open up a huge can of worms with this.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the Wolves the last 2 years in the Western Final.
Right.
Don't
have that.
There's been opportunities, but you're right.
It's been a long time since we've had a team where I felt like, hey, this team could legit win the whole thing. You know what I mean? Going into it. I mean, even the Wolves in the Western Conference Finals against the last 2 years, I never really thought they had a chance to come back to beat OKC.
I felt that way about the Wild this year, though.
Yeah, I guess I did too. It would just be different because this is going to look like they won one round and they got bounced again. But the way the format is so wonky in the NHL, like these two teams should have been in the Western Conference Finals. So I think overall it would have been look at as much more success if we had won 2 series, got to the Western Conference Finals, and then had to play the Avs.
I think there's 2 things. I think it's the injury situation with Eriksson Ek. I think they miss him a lot more than the people would believe. And I also agree. Even though we can't change the format in the NHL is just so archaic right now. They should be 1 versus 8, 2, 3 versus 7. That whole situation would allow the better teams in the Central to be able to meet in the Western Final. It just
I think you got to look back at the when you talk about the 87-91 World Series teams, you got to look at those players, man. They didn't change a lot. And you got to have enough people on your team that want it bad, including the owners. And I think over the last few years, and I'm going to say this with my full chest, our ownerships are crap.
Everybody?
Because you make a move. You make too many moves sometimes, Randy. We make moves every single season. Like sometimes you go like, why would we do that? And then you got to rebuild, and we never have that type of team that has been together like the Twins were back then. And they weren't the greatest players in the major league either. We had 2 or 3 of the best players, but they wanted it really bad, and they stayed together, and they played hard, man.
Well, first of all, professional sports is way different than it was.
Absolutely. That's what I mean.
It's just not.
So is ownership.
I agree.
Because there's a lot more money in it now.
For sure. I agree with that.
Lots has changed.
But, I mean, I think the Wild's ownership is pretty good. I think
they made all the right moves this year. They did.
I think the Wild's ownership is really good. I think the Wolves' ownership is going to get better.
The Twins are getting there.
No, the Twins aren't getting
No, they're not.
I hear what you're saying, Willi Myles.
But the Wolves have done a good job.
Yes.
I mean, they have to pull back now.
But them number 1 draft picks is trash, Rand.
That's true.
That's not the owner's fault.
That's not the owner's
it is.
fault.
Their money.
I don't know.
No, that's the GM's fault.
Well, yeah.
Ziggy's not back there making picks.
You don't think he has any say in it at all?
He seems very hands-off.
I don't know.
They always
Jerry
have been.
Jones. He's not Jerry Jones.
No.
I don't know the inside stuff there.
They hire him.
I hear what you're saying, Willi Myles, but specifically with the Man-Bear Pigs. They made all the right moves this year.
Yes, they did.
They have. Dana was saying, it's been a while since he's seen a team and said, these guys could win it all. The Pigs could win it all. Mm-hmm. It ain't over yet, and they do have the talent to win it all.
Right.
The Eriksson Ek thing and the Brodin thing, major factors. Someone just texted in about gritty goals, and someone texted back in and said, those are the kind of goals that Eriksson Ek usually scores, and they're absolutely right about that.
Right.
So the injuries are certainly playing a factor in how this series is going so far.
Sorry, I will say I think even though the Wild's roster, we all feel like they have a shot to win the Stanley Cup, it's still not the same as Colorado's roster. It's not as deep, right?
It's pretty friggin' close.
It's close, but it's not as deep as what Colorado's putting out there. And that's really the standard right now. Colorado was the best team in the NHL for like 150 consecutive days.
Yes.
I mean,
they were very good.
That's a roster that's built to win the championship. And I'm not saying the Wild can't. I'm just saying I don't think that they're quite there yet.
Okay, but they're awful close, these two clubs.
Right.
They're getting there.
With Ek and Brodin in the lineup, they are.
That's different. Yep.
Yeah, they're very, very close, very similar. The Pigs roster this year, Bill Guerin made all the right moves.
I agree.
Now, back to your statement about it's been a long time since you saw a club here in town and said, this team could win it all. I thought that 2 years ago about the Timberwolves until friggin' Baby Nut stepped in and ruined everything. That club, you're right, it's few and far between, Dana. When the Wolves went up against Oklahoma City last year in the conference finals, of course I had high hopes because I'm a big-time Wolves jock sniffer. Yeah. I love it. but I thought it was pretty clear who the better team was. When the Wolves faced Dallas and Baby Nuts 2 years ago in the conference final, God help us, I thought that was our year.
Well,
who are we missing? The Vikings, I don't think much about them anymore.
The Vikings roster that lost to Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. That was the team.
They would have got murdered in the Super Bowl.
Well, they might have gotten
I don't think so.
But
everybody was hurt, and John Elway was waiting for him. I don't think they would have had much fun in it.
That roster was a roster that could make it and should have made it to the Super Bowl.
But it's a.
You're right, though.
It's a fun conversation.
I mean, you look around at other cities and what they, how they get back to championships in multiple years and multiple sports, and it's a frustrating thing for Minnesota sports fans.
Nick, how'd you feel about? Was it 2009? The Twins game 163 team?
2006.
Oh, it was 2006?
Yeah, that's a team that popped into my head that I thought, these guys got something special cooking right now. Then because they won in the last day of the season, so that meant they got Oakland at home rather than going to the Yankees.
I remember how exciting that was.
Oh, it was so much fun.
I was at the game 163, whatever it was. No, I did not really think of that team as a threat to win it all. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong.
No. I just want to clarify. 2006 was different than 163.
Okay, I'm confused. I get confused.
Yeah.
What team are we talking about then?
I was asking about the 263, or excuse me, 163 team.
When they beat the Tigers here at the Dome, that was very exciting. That was one of the most fun nights I ever had at a ball game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But did I think of that team as a threat to win it all? No. Because the Yankees were still in the friggin' mix, or maybe the Red Sox. It doesn't matter. But no, I haven't thought that way about a Twins team in a long time. There certainly have been some great teams, the Bomba Squad and everything, but I never really thought this club has all of the pieces it needs to win it all. Just those clubs didn't hit me like that.
Yeah. When you think about the rosters for the 87 Twins and the 91 Twins, there are just a few, overall rosters, yes, there's some really great players, Kirby, whatever.
Herbeck.
But there's some, it's not like a roster that the Dodgers have these days, right? It's not the same thing. So I understand what Willie was saying about that. I also will say that I think the Metrodome played a huge part in 87 and 91. That home field advantage for the Twins, you could never give it enough credit for what they did during the playoffs in 87 and 90. Remember, they lost every road game in both those series and won all the home games. Yep. And that was the difference for them.
Yeah, it played a role. Okay, 2006 Twins. Morneau was the MVP. Johan Santana was the Cy Young. Joe Mauer won the batting title. Torrey Hunter won a Gold Glove. That's from Turkey Burger.
Awesome.
I don't really specifically remember that season, but when you put all those stats in front of me, sure, they had some great teams.
Yeah.
But again, did I think any of those 2000 Twins with the Mauer, Morneau, Torrey Hunter, did I think this club is perfectly set to win it all? No, I didn't.
And I also think it had a lot to do with their just their lack of playoff success. It was tough to get too optimistic knowing, well, the Yankees are going to be there and they'll sweep us again.
Right.
I would also say that the competition that the Twins in 87 and 91, especially 87, they played, you can't compare that to what's out there now today. In 87, the Twins had a three-man rotation in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They had Viola, Blyleven, and Les Straker.
That's right.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
It's called talent.
That's it. They had a three-man rotation throughout the entire playoffs.
And in
91, amazing. It was Scott Erickson, Tapani, and
Jack Morris.
Jack Morris.
Yeah, that was butter. They were butter.
Okay, now this is great. We're getting text messages about past local ball clubs. Which of them did you think really had a shot to win it all? And I'm going to restate that the current version of the Man Bear Pigs is good enough to win it all. Mm-hmm. Will they? It looks like a long shot now, down 3-1. But this club is good enough to win it all. Let's talk about the current Wolves real quick. Well, let's save the Wolves for later. We're getting there. But where was I going with this?
Let me ask you one question, though, Nick.
Yes.
Because The North Stars in 90, whenever they went to Stanley Cup.
I thought they had it.
93?
91.
91.
Mm-hmm.
Was that roster built to win it all?
No, it was a total shock.
Yeah, right.
So that proves anything can happen.
So sometimes, you just never know.
Yes.
You want it.
Okay, thank you for the text messages because I'm forgetting about some of these teams. We're trying to cover everybody here. The 2002 Twins that lost in the American League Championship Series to the Anaheim Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is an example of a Twins team that I thought had enough and had the right pieces to win it all. But they lose that series to California, whatever they were called at the time. Anaheim goes on to win the World Series, beating the San Francisco Giants. If the Twins would have beaten Anaheim in the ALCS, I do think they would have won the World Series.
Yep. Yeah, they would have brought it back. If they would have won Game 5, they come back to the Metrodome for 2 straight home games. Would have been packed. Would have been pandemonium. That was my favorite Twins team of all time, and
that was a riot.
So much fun. The contraction kids, they Mankiewicz would go up to bat with the middle finger sticking out of the batting glove in his back pocket.
That stressful series against Oakland.
Oh my God, that took years off my life.
When Everyday Eddie got that final pop out, Denny Hocking caught. Or who caught it? Was it Denny Hocking that caught?
Denny Hocking in foul territory.
And then someone stepped on his hand and broke his finger because they were gang-banging each other on the first baseline.
Oh yeah,
that team was good enough.
I slept outside the Twins Pro Shop in Apple Valley to get ALCS tickets that year.
Wow. That was awesome.
I love that team.
Awesome.
To this
times.
day, any member of the Tom Prince could call me up and say, "Hey, will you help me bury a body?" And I'll say, "No, I'll do it for you. I don't even need your help. You give me that body, I'll go bury it for you." Backup catcher Tom Prince.
You don't want him implicated.
No, exactly. I don't want to risk anything. I would not want Tom Prince in jail.
There were past clubs I would have killed for.
Mm-hmm.
If the 91 North Stars would have asked me to strangle Jaromir Jagr to death in his sleep, I would have done it.
Dang.
If they would have asked me to...
Well, you might as well get Lemieux, too, because two of them together.
Oh, I wasn't done yet, Randy Shaver. If they would have asked me to saw Mario Lemieux's Achilles tendons in half after drugging him at a nightclub, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Okay, the 09 Viking team that lost to the Saints in the National League, how do you call that, NFC title game?
That was another one.
The Brett Favre.
They were good enough to win it all.
Yeah.
All right.
Talent.
Fun. I love this stuff. I'm glad you brought it up. Someone texted in and said, it seems like our teams don't have that it factor anymore like the 87 and 91 Twins, and it started a whole thing.
I would say that the 87 and 91 Twins, I'm not so sure they had the it factor.
The 91 team did.
Yeah.
I think they
87, 80, well, 91 was worst to first, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't think everybody sat around and said, oh, this team's going to win it all.
I did.
When 91 started.
I did, and it started with that 15-game win streak.
Yeah.
That's when I told myself, this club can do it.
And I always think, I don't know when people say it factor, to me, it's not like your team is built to win. It's like winning is in them.
Yes.
Like they just want to win. Like
I would say Colorado has that it factor.
We're the underdogs everywhere we go. The Twins were the underdog.
I would say OKC
and they
has
played
the
it.
Factor.
Yeah, that's
the Colorado Avalanche have the it factor, whatever that means.
OKC does.
Well, they've got just so much talent; they don't even know what to do with it. God, they make me sick. We'll get there.
And they're just getting ready. Yeah, they're just getting almost all of them are drinking age now.
And not only do they have the talent, though, Nick, they have the desire.
Right.
When you watch OKC play, they have the desire to win every night.
You know what it is?
Don't even start.
Randy? They're not.
I'm just saying they do.
They don't play to lose. They play to win, and they have no fear.
They play to win.
They have no fear.
That 91 Twins team, we could do this all day. They had the best middle infield in all of baseball.
Period.
They had Jack Morris.
Period.
Kevin Tapani was terrific. Scott Erickson was a budding star. They had Kirby in center field. They had Dan Gladden. They had Herbeck at first. They had a hell of a bullpen, including Rick Aguilera, closing game. They were built to win, and they showed it.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of playoffs and championships and things like that, the Minnesota Frost, what a friggin' situation this is.
It's bizarre.
They had to wait last night. They were meant to play last night against the Montreal Victoire in the deciding game of their Professional Women's Hockey League semifinal series, where the winner goes on to the championship round. They were supposed to play last night. The game was called. They're going to play tonight, which seems odd to me, but we'll get there. The game was postponed last night due to player safety concerns related to illness. They mentioned the players, fans, staff, all those involved in the competition. They didn't want them around each other because of an illness. Now, they say this is not the, what is it, Josh, hantavirus?
Yeah, it's not the Hanta, or Hanta, whichever.
Hantavirus.
Which has become like a hip thing now. Everyone's talking about the
latest trend.
It's the latest thing. A boat full of people caught the hantavirus, and everyone's talking about it. Now, they say it has nothing to do. Well, what the hell what is this? What's the problem?
I think it's just bad diarrhea.
Yeah, it's probably a stomach.
Is it really diarrhea?
That's
they
my
haven't
guess.
said.
I always assume diarrhea.
Cha-cha-cha?
Is it just one team affected or both teams?
It said just the one team, from what I read at least.
Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Montreal team is sick?
Yeah, they said, I think the statement I read was because of the health of illness going through the Montreal locker room.
Huh.
COVID, maybe?
I mean,
it must be pretty bad to cancel the game or postpone the game.
I mean,
what's going to change in 24 hours?
Have you ever heard of a team having to cancel a game, like a semifinal playoff game, because players are sick?
No.
I've never heard of
that. A few years ago, the mumps whipped through the National Hockey League, and I think they canceled a couple of games because of the mumps.
Yeah.
But those were regular season games.
Season games.
So, okay.
It's hard to skate.
Michael Jordan played through the flu, whatever the
flu
game.
He played through a bad hangover. Come on.
Right. Whatever it was.
I never bought a word of that flu game.
No.
I have never heard of a game called because one team has too much sickness.
Right. I don't know if it was diarrhea. I mean, it's hard to skate if you got to poop a lot. I mean, you don't want
That's an unfair advantage.
You don't want to get checked in the wall if you got a soft stomach, man. I mean, that
yeah, you could leave a mark.
Little tracks on the ice.
You leave some stripes on the boards.
Exactly.
Right. Michael Jordan lost $250,000 the night before and drank a case of Meisterbrow. He didn't have the friggin' flu.
Whatever. Yeah.
So, but like Dana said, 24 hours later, now it's okay?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird because if I'm with, no offense, I understand players are sick, but if I'm the Frost, I'm like, well, wait a second. I mean, that's just part of life, right? You got somebody that gets sick.
Yeah, we're not over here clogging toilets. Let's go.
Next player up, right? I mean, I just don't understand how that.
When you're skating towards the net and you're feeling something wet.
Tighten up.
Diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha. Diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha. I never had that problem on the ice.
Well, thank God.
For all the problems you've had in that territory with the stomach, it's crazy that didn't happen on the ice.
Did it start later in life?
Started later in life.
Okay.
You know, I could go ahead and just say no thanks, later in life, boys. Someone's going to have to go out and get the points today because I can't make it. Anyway.
How old were you when you hung up the breezers officially?
40.
40?
Wow. 1,000 points. So this is really weird. They're going to play the game tonight. Apparently, whatever green apple quick steps type disease has invaded the Montreal locker room, they feel like it'll be cleared up enough to play tonight. It's not a blue line anymore, Cubby. It's a brown line.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was afraid to say it, but now the texts are coming in on it.
Oh, no.
Might not have enough players on the bench if everyone is sick. Someone texted that in. Okay, so it's just as Vincent Kennedy McMahon used to say, this is all in the interest of fairness. Right. Let's just wait and play a day later when everyone's feeling better.
Right.
Sounds like it's some sort of tummy thing going around.
So Wembanyama didn't even get a fine,
Wembanyama?
No.
Of course not. He's special.
How could he not? That was an assault.
Do you think a Timberwolves player would have got the same treatment?
No. If the roles were reversed, Naz Reid would be suspended the rest of the season.
I'm not sure a Timberwolves player would have gotten the same treatment that Wembanyama.
It's hilarious, but not surprising. Like we were discussing yesterday, I said, there's absolutely no chance that the French kid, Wembanyama, there's no chance he misses out on tonight's game.
Yep.
The NBA could have at least dumped a chicken dick fine on him to show some spine, to show some authority. But obviously intentionally elbowing Naz Reid in the damn jawbone. I know Brad Ryder, whose hatred for the Timberwolves clouds his judgment yesterday. He was like, oh, well, it looked like, he is, his elbows are at the same.
I said that.
Oh, well, you were wrong about that, too.
His elbows are at the same.
Well, of course, but that has nothing to do with intentionally looking at Naz Reid and then elbowing him.
Yeah, that was intentional. That was intentional,
but
man.
I'm just saying
yes.
that indeed his elbows are at somebody's nose.
When my brother played youth hockey, he was twice the size of every kid on the ice. So whenever he checked a guy, he got called for elbowing because the guy's head was at.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with it. It was an intentional elbow, and this is what the NBA has been doing for years: preferential treatment for their star players.
Yes.
On and off the court. I never had a doubt that the French kid would be playing tonight, but they could have at least given him a little bit of fine to show that they have some control.
Yeah.
No way the NBA wants to miss a chance to put Wembanyama on television.
I would definitely say if that had happened during the regular season, he likely would have been suspended for about 4 games.
Right.
Something like that.
I'll go along with that, yeah.
If it was the regular season.
Yeah. The head coach of the Spurs, Mitch Johnson. Josh hates his face.
I don't like the look on his face.
I love this spin. He's proud of Victor for defending himself against the Timberwolves.
I'm glad he took matters into his own hands. Again, not in terms of hitting Naz Reid, but let me be very clear about that. I'm glad Naz Reid was okay, and I didn't want him to elbow him. But he's going to have to protect himself if they're not.
What are you talking
about? I think it's disgusting.
Wow, he either sounds a little bit like Shaq or like John Randall.
Little of both.
Yeah, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, let's cut to the chase. Wembanyama could rub one out at center court, and the Spurs would do their best to put a cute spin on it.
Yeah. I mean,
he made it sound like this Mitch Johnson. This is very interesting to me. He made it sound like the game is too physical these days.
Well, I mean, again,
are you kidding me?
Well, I said this the other day. He gets beat up so much. If you just watch him. When a shot goes up or whatever, he is getting pounded all the time. They even made the remarks on the broadcast to look at his arms. He's all scratched up.
That's all NBA players, Randy.
I understand, but he gets a lot of that.
Does Rudy get it any worse?
Oh, I think Rudy does, but Rudy's not as active as this guy is. Right?
Well,
Rudy's not Rudy's not as offensive minded as this guy is. He's just a great player.
Kind of sounds like he's doing it to himself. Then
they're trying to make it sound like this is the 80s or 90s as far as physicality. Give me a break.
So you can't.
So the guy gets beat up. He's a star player. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get physical with the guy.
What they're saying is that he has been frustrated by the constant. Pounding that he's getting.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, look, if he was our player, we'd be saying that's true, right? If he was our guy,
no, it has nothing to do with that.
Yes, we would. We would be saying that too.
No, you'd be saying he's a whiner.
We would not.
Quit whining and just go out and play. It's like you told Kat.
We would be saying
no. I would not. I would not.
Yes,
that's how the game is played. Star players get roughed up. I mean, you get under the basket, you're supposed to get elbowed and roughed.
Get roughed up. What Shea
under the basket? We're talking about big guys. No. Guards have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
We're talking about big guys under the basket. That's what they do. They knock the piss out of each other. Wembanyama's no different. He shouldn't be treated any different.
I'm not saying he's any different. I'm just saying that's where the frustration comes from, is that he does get pounded on a regular basis.
I just don't want the coach to try to make us think that this is 1995.
No, I don't think he's trying to do that.
This dude. I don't blame him, this Mitch Johnson. Because if Wembanyama gets broken in half some night, he's going to be just another coach in the ongoing coaching carousel.
Mitch Johnson's dad was one of my favorite basketball players growing up as a kid in Iowa. His dad was Johnny Johnson, who played for the Hawkeyes, but with their great teams with Fred Brown and those guys, and then played for the Supersonics for, I don't know how many years, 4 or 5, whatever. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for Mitch Johnson because his dad was such a great player. I had his dad's picture in my room. That's how much I loved his dad as a college player for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
So you should recuse yourself from this conversation. Your bias is starting to show, sir.
I'm not going to recuse myself.
Recuse yourself. Recuse.
Oh, God.
This should have been laid out before you started.
Stop it.
We were not aware of this before we started this conversation.
It's the responsible thing to do.
Randy.
Yes.
Recuse yourself.
7 o'clock tonight, I think, is game time for
It is.
Wolves Spurs.
Timberwolves.
It's going to be fun. What a huge game.
But, God, the game is becoming more and more difficult to watch. It really is. And this Wembanyama thing just reminds me of it. You know. I mean, the preferential treatment to star players, it's just bothering me more and more and more and more. And the lax rules, you know, the step backs and the hop backs. I know it kills you too, C. Willi Myles.
It does.
Have you
Euro step.
Have you seen the new the way the referees swallow the whistles now? On players are allowed to pick up their pivot foot now and step through in order. It's
crazy.
gotten. I love the NBA, but it's becoming so hard to watch at times.
And that's why I tell people all the time, I just can't do it anymore. I mean, honestly, it's changed, and I get it, you know, but the traveling, I've watched guys
it's
change
so bad.
pivot feet.
Yep.
It's like, where's the ref?
They don't care anymore.
That used to be a thing.
The more offense, the better. They don't care.
Gather step. When I played, I coached the game at the college level. We had no gather step. We had no Euro step. That was no change of pivot. Ref, look at you, man. If half of your foot came up, they were ready to blow the whistle.
Yeah, but now they want, you know, the final score to be 156 to 154, and all the star players score 78 points. It's tough. Last night, Cleveland beat Detroit, so that series is tied at 2 games apiece. Oklahoma City and the Los Angeles Lakers. The puke fest is over.
Yep.
After 4 games.
Yep.
Quick puke session, as we all expected.
I got a feeling that the Lakers are going to have some huge decisions to make because, number one, LeBron. But number 2, probably the biggest decision they're going to make is Austin Reeves. Do they sign him to a long-term big contract, or what do they do? Because you can't just have those. If they bring LeBron back for a year, you can't just have those 3 guys and build a championship team around them. They're so far behind OKC, San Antonio, the Timberwolves, even Denver. They're so far behind right now that they may have to do a complete overhaul.
LeBron's going to play till he's 50, isn't he?
He probably will, but not with the Lakers, I don't think.
Oh, my God. He's not going to let it go, is he?
I thought I saw something, Nick, where I don't know if he said it or somebody suggested it, that he could end up in San Antonio.
Oh, God.
Oh, that would be miserable.
Please. Sweet Jesus. It was a weird thing for me last night to learn that the Lakers lost to Oklahoma City because it was the Puke Fest series. On one hand, I'm disgusted. But on the other, I'm thrilled. You know,
yeah.
Oklahoma City moved on, makes me want to puke. Oh, the Lakers lost. I'm excited about that.
Right.
It's a win-win.
Yeah,
right.
Lose.
And for some reason, Ric Flair just can't stop busting the balls of baby nuts. Luka Doncic.
I've taken a cortisone shot and wrestled with a broken ankle, so I don't have much sympathy for the hamstring. But, you know, I know that they protect their future, and I don't blame them for that. They got guaranteed money. I knew George Mikan. I've been a Laker fan that long.
No, you're not. I love you, Nature Boy, but stop with this. I'm a fan of every. Anyway, he's completely obsessed with hammering away on the subject of baby nuts not being able to play for the Lakers.
I don't think it's just baby nuts. I think it's a lot of professional athletes when you look at them.
Oh, well, sure.
Well, I also bet a lot of professional athletes look at Ric Flair and say, I don't want to have to walk like that one day. I think I'm going to make sure I'm good to go. You can tell by the way Ric Flair moves around now that he once had a cortisone shot and wrestled on a broken ankle.
Everyone keeps putting Ric Flair on their podcast so he can tear baby nuts to pieces, which is just hilarious.
Hilarious.
What did he say here? $46 million and you can't play? OMG. I would jump off the Empire State Building with a parachute for $46 million a year, and I don't even know how to pull the cord to open it. But I would take my chances. Boy, he can't let it go.
Yeah.
I can't help if I'm good.
He's on your side, that's for sure.
Soft ass bastards. Twins Marlins tonight. First to 3 with the Marlins. 6:45 at Target Field. Did you guys get your tickets to the Ludacris post-game concert yet?
Yep.
No, but
sure
I heard,
did.
I heard it's going to be awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Josh, you did go out and get your tickets to
I
the
got hoes.
June 26th. The
different
Ludacris
area
is playing after the Twins game.
It's going to be a big day in the life for me. Not only is Ludacris playing the post-game concert, and I love Ludacris, it's also the release date of Jackass 5.
Whoa.
You're going to have a busy day.
I might see Jackass, go to the Twins game, see Ludacris, then go back to the theater and see it again.
So you're going to the game, Josh?
No. My wife is a big Ludacris fan, so I bought her tickets. She went to the last one. She bought a sweatshirt, which she wears constantly. So she loves, as she calls him, Luda.
Luda.
She'll be at the show.
2 years ago, I went to Flowrida, and going into it, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head a single Flowrida song, but it turns out I know every single one of his songs, and it was an absolute blast.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, Dana.
Oh, that's right. We were there that night.
Yeah, it was really awesome. That was a good time. I like the way they do those concerts.
Flowrida don't do nothing but anthem songs. You might not know it's him until it starts. You go,
Yep.
oh my God, that was Flowrida?
Oh, this one too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's responsible for that one?
Dude, literally the whole time I'm like, what?
Anthems.
So see Willi Myles, he knows the lyrics to the Ludacris songs. I know some of you might be saying it's May 12th. Why are you talking about? I got an email yesterday from the Twins saying, don't forget to buy your tickets to the Ludacris post-game concert on June 26th.
Because he's in different area codes.
That's where he keeps his hose?
In different
area
codes.
Okay.
215-518-507-701.
That's a lot of hoes.
That's a lot of area codes.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers to remember.
I love it how the poll lads have your email and can email you all the time.
Oh, they got his phone number. They got everything.
Well, they're bro lads.
My God, they do send a lot of freaking emails, though, don't they?
Almost daily, like, hey, we'd love to have you back.
They're desperate.
Leave me alone.
What do we need to do?
I'm close with the family. Jackass, huh?
Yep.
Never saw it. I always wanted to choke those guys to death, but I got a good Jackass story for you. This is years and years ago. Jackass Part 2, I think, was in the theaters. And my buddy Curtis, he walks up to us, beer league softball game. We're hanging out. And he says, anyone here know anything about the Jackass movies? And everyone's like, no, never saw it. And I said, well, what's the problem? And he said, my ex is taking our daughter to the Jackass movie tonight.
No.
And I said, I said, I don't think that's really built for kids. Kid was like 10 years old.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
And Curtis is like, for Christ's sake, there's nobody here that knows anything about I hear there's nothing but naked penises. Is that true? And everyone's like, I don't know. Finally, one guy in our ball club, younger guy's like, what? And Curtis says, my 10-year-old daughter's going to see the Jackass movie tonight. Isn't it nothing but naked penises? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, there's like 35 of them. And Curtis goes, son of a bitch.
So much penis.
God dang it.
Penis and balls.
I think that was like the first time I ever was like, whoa, they can put this much penis on a movie? In a movie? TV?
And his baby mama decided that was the movie that they were going to go see.
That's insane.
What are you going to do? Curtis was upset. He could barely concentrate at the plate. Poor thing.
He had penis on the brain.
All right, before we go, the Vikings are going to go ahead and induct Adrian Peterson into their silly little Ring of Honor. Is everyone over there at the Vikes camp sure that dude is able to behave himself long enough for that? He's a little different.
He is.
Yeah, but I think he deserves it.
Well, sure. No. He was a great player, but are we sure he's going to...
Get him a driver.
Someone needs to pick him up and get him there.
Yeah.
No.
Don't have any tree branches laying around?
Yeah.
They're not going to give him a mic, are they?
They might.
Okay, that could be bad.
Like that time he botched Let's Play Hockey. It's 3 words.
What did he say?
He gets up there and he goes, all right, say it with me. It's time. And then he realized he messed up. It's time to play hockey.
He mangled it?
Yeah.
I
He
get
was
it.
right, I guess.
I get it. Yeah.
This dude's different.
I hope he comes in on that camel he did for his birthday.
He can't afford that camel anymore, Josh.
Oh, he can't?
No. He'll come in one of those. Have you seen those stuffed animal scooters they have at the malls?
Yeah, those things that catch on fire. Yeah.
He'll come right in one of those.
Is he so broke now he can't afford a camel?
Oh, yes. Legal fees and divorces or something?
He's got kids from all over the place.
I think one of his sons is being recruited by the Gophers.
Oh, yeah, I did see that yesterday.
He's like, isn't he an 8th grader or something? I thought he was really young.
Jeez.
Well, that's what they do now.
My God.
Oh, yeah, Adrian Peterson was a great player. He won this, he did that, he did that. I just,
he deserves the Ring of Honor.
Well, no one's doubting his deserving. We're just talking about how the guy's got a bit of a squirrely personality, and I can see him grabbing the mic or falling down or something. I don't know. He's just goofy.
And he got in that brawl at a No Limit Texas Hold'em game.
Oh, yeah.
With his buddy.
Yeah.
He's just goofy, that's all. When he rode in on the camel at his birthday party, that was when I think we all stepped back and said, okay, what's wrong with this dude?
Yeah.
Well, all right. That ought to be something. He won the MVP, one season, Randy Shaver.
Is he the last non-quarterback to win it?
Non-quarterback? Really?
Yeah.
Really? I would have no idea. Is that right? Very interesting.
He might be.
If not, it was, at least was the last running back to win it.
Interesting question.
Yeah, right. Last non-quarterback was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because the running back doesn't really matter anymore.
No, and you're never going to give it to a wide receiver.
Why not?
Well, you should.
Well, maybe you should, but it just doesn't seem like when you think the most valuable player on the team, you always immediately assume quarterback.
They give the credit to the quarterback.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I might buy tickets to that one when Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
All right, hang on. They're going to give him a microphone. It's not over yet. Yeah.
Kind of like a NASCAR event. You're waiting for the crash.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. All right, here we go. Randy Shaver, we'll let you move on and walk on into the light.
Sounds good.
Don't, Randy.
No.
Hold on. Hang on, Randy.
Just get back into bed, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, Randy.
See you.
More with C. Willi Myles here in a few minutes.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X.
All right, we are joined in studio today by our longtime pal, C. Willi Myles. Welcome back to the Half-Assed Morning Show, and what a hell of a crowd.
Weird.
What a crowd you've proven to be this morning. I didn't think you could do it.
What?
I didn't think they could do it, Cubby, but by God, or your name isn't Cubby, your name is C. Willi.
I'll be whoever you need me to be. Make me get through the morning, brother.
I had my doubts, but we got a great crowd out there after all. C. Willi Myles, let's bring C. Willi in on a couple of things we've covered so far this morning. C. Willi, have you ever noticed just how enormous a set of ears Josh has hanging off of his skull?
I have.
God darn it, are you serious?
I have seen them, and
Wow.
and I'm just saying, man. I mean, it's not like you can't see them.
Yeah.
You know, they're there, and they're pretty, as my wife would say, pronounced.
Well, this is news to me. I just learned this yesterday from my 14-year-old who's making fun of me.
Right.
Saying my ears stick out too far.
Poor Josh.
Just so you know, there's no difference with your earphones on and your earphones off. Same energy. Same energy.
Well, see, Willie, I was telling him earlier, I was asking him how much money he has to pay to get custom headphones made to cover
They're
those things.
They look like big pink satellite dishes. Josh, have you seen some of the pictures that our listeners have been creating on their own and then sending to the radio station?
Oh, no.
A few of them have been texted in where you have giant elephant ears hanging off the...
No, shoot, I missed those.
Oh, man.
His kid pointed it out the other day, and then...
That's funny.
Yeah, my kids are dicks.
I'd never noticed it. Well, your kids in general are ungrateful and a little mean.
They're
you.
my biggest tormentors.
Is that right?
They point stuff like that, and I've never noticed. Nobody's ever told me. I'm Mount Rainier over here. Apparently.
Oh, it's all a bit.
I don't even care. Although it's weird.
They are pretty big. But we're exaggerating it for comedic purposes.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun this morning.
See, Willie, they've been mean. They said, like, my ears... My son brought this up last night, too, saying it's a good thing I work in radio so I can help with the reception. And they're saying, like, if I turn my head in certain ways,
I noticed that your ears, which sort of act like satellite dishes, which absorb the signal from our tower in Shoreview, I noticed this just today when your ears came up into the conversation. When you turn your head a certain way, we kind of start to lose our frequency.
I think they're messing with me. But I've been keeping my head straight so it doesn't happen.
You have been looking directly straight into the microphone ever since we brought this up.
Hilarious.
Do you want to try moving your head one way or the other?
Well, I don't want to upset anybody.
Well, you're not going to upset anybody.
Which way's worse? I'll look that way and see if there's any.
Go left first.
Left towards C. Willie?
Yes.
All right.
No, bring her back. Bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's try to the right.
Okay.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's even worse.
I don't hear it.
Do you have any fillings on one side of your mouth or anything?
I don't hear it.
Fun fact, I've only had a half a cavity. So just one half filling.
You are very
lucky. That's
healthy.
All that is.
You're very orally healthy. All right. Also, something that we covered earlier, C. Willi Myles, do you remember the trend about 20 years ago where you had to have, in your motor vehicle, you had to have the bass so over the top loud that it would rattle
my God, yes.
the neighborhood to its core?
I had a Nova that had the boomer in the trunk. When I tell you, when I hit the bass on that bad boy.
So you were one of those drivers who wanted the whole county to know what song you were listening to.
Absolutely.
This got brought up earlier. I don't remember exactly how or why. But that drove me up a wall. I could not stand hearing every loose screw in that motor vehicle rattling.
Just rattle, baby.
Rattle. Well, here's a text that came in on the topic, and then we can move on. The loud car stereos with all the bass. Who is this? Offended Millennial Jesus says, as long as the car stereo is loud enough to drown out my scream crying, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Cubby.
Oh, no.
Josh. What? I dropped a pen. I missed out.
Some bitch bent over to pick up a pen.
I dropped my pen.
And we
lost signal.
The scream crying in the car. That's funny. I hope you're really not scream crying in your motor vehicle, but your text was. You ever spotted that while driving down the road? Someone in the lane next to you? Have you?
Just in the rearview mirror.
It's the best place to cry in your car.
There was an old band in the 90s, wasn't there, Josh, called Driving and Crying?
Yeah.
Are you a drive crier? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
What's causing you to drive cry?
I don't know, just life in general. It's been a minute.
Like how?
Maybe
how
I'll do
often?
it today.
I hope not.
Geez. I don't know, maybe at least like once or twice a month.
Do you ever leave the house so you can take a drive cry?
Yes, I've done that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm worried about you. I'm
postpartum. All right, it's all right. I got a lot going on.
Offended Millennial Jesus was just trying to make a joke, and now we've turned to 100% concern over Ashley.
I'll be okay.
I know a guy who's been made fun of a ton today for his appearance.
Oh
He
my-
might be doing some scream crying on the way.
You will not.
I don't want to divulge who it is.
Do not scream cry on your way home. Call me if you begin scream crying.
I do have to duck my head in a weird way to get in the car. Maybe now it makes sense.
All right, here's something we hope you really like. And we can get back to drive crying.
Sorry, Ashley.
A little bit later
It's all right.
if you want to.
Call me.
If you need any help, Ashley, we're here to further discuss drive crying or cry driving, whichever you want to say. Here's something we hope you really like. I got a kick out of this. There's something out there now called the Boomer Bad News Drop.
I'll tell you what, I love this because it explains a lot. My mom is so guilty of this, and now we have a name. It's kind of like when you got something going wrong, you're not feeling right or whatever, and you're praying there's a name for it so you can finally understand what it is.
All right.
That's exactly what this has been for me.
Okay, I can't wait to hear some of your examples, but this is brand new to me. Boomer, okay, older person. This is a conversation on how apparently older people are not subtle at all when they dump bad news upon you. They're very abrupt about it. They don't warm you up to it. They don't soften you up to it. Old folks just burp, drop the bad news. Donnie is dead. Right?
Yep.
So this has become a conversation. This is a thing. It's called the Boomer Bad News Drop, where younger people think that older people need to be a little more sensitive with their bad news.
My mom does this all the time.
Yep.
I'm like, I can find one right now, I bet. She texted me the other day. We were talking about, because we went to the Wild game this past weekend, so we were talking about plans with that, and she was like, out of nowhere, I'm sending like smiley faces. We're all happy, and she was like, I was at the hospital with your dad until about 10 o'clock last night. He has pneumonia. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
What?
Maybe tell me that before we have a 20-minute text conversation about hockey.
Or like, she, a couple days before that, texted me about somebody dying and then somebody has cancer. I'm like, what is happening?
Wow. So the theory is that older folks were raised to treat emotions like facts instead of conversations. Does that make sense to you when I say that?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I understand that, but it says here older folks were raised to treat emotions like facts instead of conversations. So instead of easing you into the difficult news, they just dump it on you mid-sentence and move on. Josh, I got to hear about your mother.
Well, this is perfect. One of the examples they gave is just a text that said, he's gone. And then where you're totally confused, you're worried, like, what are you talking about? Who's gone? And then you have to have a follow-up, text. It's always a text.
Really? It's that?
Yeah.
Obscure? It's that, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, it's just like mysterious,
Mysterious,
right?
yes.
Or your, I don't want to throw any names out. I don't want to jinx anything. Your uncle so-and-so just died.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute, I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah.
But usually it's kind of a mysterious text from like, well, who's gone? What do you mean gone? That type of thing. Because sometimes gone would mean dead. Other times it might mean they just left to go grocery shopping and just letting you know in case you wanted to stop by.
Right.
It all makes sense to me because, my folks, there was a hardness to them. There was no playing around. No reason to soften you up. They just give it to you straight. That's on all different subjects, and death or sickness was one of them. Something about that generation's approach is different than maybe people from Dana Ashley's generation, younger people. See, Willi Myles, where do you stand on this? Like, if you have to tell your children, who are now grown, of course, if you have to tell them some bad news, are you very straightforward with it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I come right out. I've never been a candy coater.
Yeah.
I'm pretty straight because you're right. My mom and dad were like that too, and my uncles were like the worst. Like they were the kind of people like there is like telling you, and then there's just like surprising you with it. You know what I mean?
like Ashley described, out of nowhere.
Right, out of
by the
nowhere.
way.
Like we weren't even talking about that. Like I remember my good friend Charlie Walker, who's a comedian. They quit having family reunions because his uncles would get drunk, and like they would say stuff around the table, like, "You know, that's not your real daddy." Like, wait a minute, hold it. It's Thanksgiving. What that boy need to know? If you need a kidney, that man can't give him to him. Your uncle, that's your daddy right there. Wait a minute, you all know who it is.
You know what else I noticed about my folks is, I mean, a death in the family.
Right.
They didn't even want that to affect your plans. Right. And if that didn't make any sense, I'll just give you an example. One night I was out to dinner, and my phone rings. It's my mother. I said, "Yellow," and she said, "Oh, are you out?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm out having dinner. What's up?" "Oh, no, don't go back to having dinner.
Right.
You can talk to me later." Exactly. And I said, "Well, you sound like there's something." And she, "Well, your aunt died today." But just go back to your dinner. You can call me later. I said, "Well, no. I mean, what do you mean? What happened?" I mean, the truth was, my aunt, her sister, died in front of her. Right. It was a sudden stroke or heart attack, and she died right in front of my mother. And my mother did not want to interrupt my dinner. Right. And I said, "Well, Jesus Christ, I'll call you right back." You know, there was just something different about the way they. Another good example. Then we got to take a break. Was an older guy that I used to drink with all the time. He's passed now a couple of years ago, but this is 7-8 years ago. I hadn't seen him in a while. He walks into the Legion. I immediately sit down with him to have a beer. And, hello, what's been going on? Nothing, your bland general greeting. And he says this, exactly like this. He says, "You remember my sister, Jenny?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "She's dead, so how's your folks?"
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
He just dumped it out of nowhere. My sister is dead, and then wanted to ask about me. It's just a different kind of a vibe. So I guess the whole boomer bad news drop is this thing where younger people are asking older people to be a little more sensitive with their bad news. So your mother, you're saying, Josh, is a boomer bad news dropper.
Yeah, but there's just not a lot of details, where it's like this shocking thing, and you're like, wait, what are we exactly talking about? Because sometimes it could be real bad, and other times it's just so nothing that it didn't require a text that dramatic.
I like that. She makes you wonder.
She doesn't give you enough context.
Yeah, it's just drama one way or the other.
And if it's so bad, see, now, my folks never learned to text. They were not texters. Your mother is a texter. If it's so bad, why not give you a normal telephone call?
Right.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
It's fun when you have...
You ever give her some of that back? Maybe just give her a subtle text about death or something?
I should do that. Just some sort of dramatic statement.
They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. What do you mean? Well, The Walking Dead, right? It's zombies that are coming back.
Text her tonight with the text that just says, "There's so much blood," and then just let it... What were you saying? About right. I'm sorry. So, yeah.
No, I forgot. Well, I know we're running late, but I was going to say my wife's kind of the opposite of she has such a build-up to things where you're getting more and more stressed. Like she's talking about, okay, there was an accident today, and your son was involved, and she'll start going. I'm like, is he alive? I'm trying to cut her off. Like,
yeah, I'm the same way.
So now I've trained her. Well, the first thing she'll say is, okay, everybody's okay.
Right.
Yes.
But here's what happened.
That's how I approach it. If there's ever something like that, I start the conversation by saying, before I say a word, everyone is fine.
Right.
But Donnie, Ronnie,
That's
and
the way to
Stevie
do it.
fell out of a roller coaster today. But make sure you establish right away that nobody's dead, no one's in the hospital, but it's all in the delivery, they say. World-class entertainer, he knows that. It's all in the delivery.
All in the delivery.
I'm going to text my mom that says, "Oh, no, I think Nick killed him." Now, what do you mean? "Oh, he got C. Willie laughing so hard, I thought he was going to die."
It really is a fun concept to talk about. I was really happy to see that cross my path this morning.
Yeah, I was pleased because now we got a name for it.
The boomer bad news drop. There's a term now for how insensitive some older people are when it comes to bad news. They're very abrupt about it. They don't warm you up to it. It's called the boomer bad news drop.
BBND.
The BBND. Here's a listener who texted in and said, yes, the boomer bad news drop, funding therapists for Gen X kids since 2015. I never knew it had a name, but it's true. I know my parents had a hardness about them. Death A conversation about someone dead or dying was delivered no differently than informing you that they got a new car.
Yeah.
That's just how they... Here's a couple of text messages. A listener says his mother calls him one day. She's way up in northern Minnesota, and she says, Dad's gone. And I said, what do you mean, off to the store? And she said, no, he's dead. And he said, you could have warned me about that.
I'm on a ladder, Mom.
Dad's gone.
Softened it up a little bit.
He's gone off to where? Well, he's dead.
Red Butcher Jesus brings up a good point. He said that he's found old people that are nonchalant about death have just accepted their own mortality in a healthy way.
Sure.
That makes sense. Yeah, like when the description is just more of a fact.
God help us. Here's a listener who says, when I was 7, my aunt told me not to use the bathroom at Grandma's house. And I said, why? And she said, because that's where Grandpa killed himself.
Oh!
Whoa!
Lord.
What?
Holy.
I'm 7.
How's therapy going?
Grandpa killed himself on the toilet?
I'm only 7.
Right.
You could have told me because there was a poo-poo on the floor.
Right.
You didn't have to tell me that.
Oh, that's terrible.
No context at all. Now, here's a different spin on it. One of our listeners says, my dad called me one day. No, pardon me, texted me one day. And the message simply said, we need to talk. You need to call me right away. So I dropped everything. I called him instantly, and I said, what's going on? And he said, yeah, can I borrow your lawnmower?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
I've had
plenty
those.
of people that do
No.
that. Dana, you mentioned that the boss sent you a text like that, and you're like, oh, no, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Or you had to, come see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is so funny because whenever the boss asks me, like, hey, can you call me quick? Or, hey, I want to see you tomorrow. He'll follow up with a, don't worry, you're not in trouble. Or don't worry, it's not
Right.
bad.
Oh,
Because he knows I have, like, such bad anxiety about it.
He did one to me recently. He said, come see me after the show tomorrow. You're not in trouble. And I go, okay, good. Kind of what Ashley says.
Yeah, but bring your laptop.
No, exactly. So I go
Key to the
in,
building.
I go in and sit down, and he gets up and shuts the door, and I go, okay, this could be something. He goes,
Liar.
like I said yesterday, you're not in trouble, but...
Uh-oh. You can't do a butt.
You did a butt. He butted me.
Did he?
Can't butt.
Hey, Josh, a listener has a question for you. When it's windy outside, does your head spin around like a weather vane?
Wow. Sir, you went too far.
And then, Ashley, Dana, have you noticed anything here? A listener wants to know, when we make fun of Josh for his big ears, do they go back like a dog or a cat?
Yeah, they hang down.
Josh has enormous ears.
Cowers in the corner.
Before we go, see, Willi Myles had some people he wanted to thank.
Oh, my God, yeah. Sunday night, it was such a great show out at Crooners for Mama's Boys, the Mother's Day show, all the great folks that came out. And you gave me all your Jesus' name, and I'm sorry, I just couldn't remember. But y'all know who you are. Thank you so much for coming out. I really always appreciate the love that you guys show me. And I'll be there again Wednesday night. That's tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So I'll be there. That is tomorrow.
God, you
tomorrow
gotta
night
get-
I'll be
yeah.
there. So kicking off the 4th annual Loons on the Lake Comedy Festival. That's where we got 40 comedians coming from all around the country competing for $10,000.
Wow, on a Wednesday night.
No. It's going to be different comedians every single night. Then you go on into the semifinals, quarterfinals, finals, and then Saturday is when they'll do the top 4, I think.
Cool.
And then and then that's where the $10,000.
$10,000,
Yeah.
but it begins tomorrow night.
Yeah, but I'm headlining on Wednesday night. So there's a different headliner every night from around the country as well.
Outstanding.
That sounds awesome.
So my show is at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. So there are tickets still available. So I hope to see you guys there. Come on out in droves. You guys have always been great to me, so I appreciate it.
That's great to know. See, Willi Myles. Here's a text before we go, Josh, that says, don't feel bad about your big ears, Josh. He says, my brother has a tiny little nose, but my buddy has massive front teeth. He says, I myself have a big old dong and a fat wallet. We're all going to be okay.
Right.
Every damn long one of us. That's gas pipe G. Okay, we got to go.
If you missed any part of the show, you can always check out our podcast at 90. Oh, Josh, Stop it. Stay still.
Stay
Face
still
this way?
There you go.
until
Is
the
this
end
good?
of the...
Yeah.
All right, right here?
All right. Podcast at 93x.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.